You're NDC, you're NPP. Since you woke up today, have you eaten? Do you have a job? Do you have a job? You're NDC. What has NDC done for you in your life right now that you're sitting there?
Ghana for Bebre, Jimmy,
most of the media houses have been compromised. 3 days after the hashtag went viral, before most of the media houses started talking about it, and I started texting them, asking them, "Yo, Charlie, why don't they write article about how like a lot is happening, it is trending. We are like worldwide." And they'll be like, "Oh, Charlie, that article I write on mobile. My data say make a shelf."
Like, can we talk about the pregnant woman who is still...
And then the innocent bystanders.
She's bleeding.
She's what?
She's bleeding.
She's bleeding.
Bleeding.
Yeah.
Bleeding like blood.
Yeah, blood. I got a text today.
The pregnant woman is bleeding.
Yeah,
Oh my God. I'm genuinely scared. Oh my God. What if the police comes for me tomorrow?
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Rants, Bants and Confessions podcast. My name is Princess Amdia Berland and I'm here with my co-hosts.
Efia, you already know.
And Gisela and Princess. We'd like to say a very big thank you to Jumbo Spaces for hosting us in their beautiful studios.
And you guys already know that this episode or this podcast is powered by Glitch Africa. Today's conversation is very serious, so we're not really gonna be in a light mood as usual.
Yeah. So today we are talking about the ongoing issues in Ghana currently. It seems to be a threat on our democracy, or what we thought Ghana was a democratic country or a peaceful country, but there's been certain things that prove otherwise right now. There are probably a couple of people that don't know what exactly is going on, and maybe we, the host, don't have a full idea of what is going on. So we found who I think are the perfect guests to head this conversation. So we have a clear understanding of what exactly is going on in the country right now. So we have here first...
Prince Ganaku.
Prince Ganaku, who are you?
I am a lawyer.
Okay, perfect. And we have here...
Kalyjay. I'm a social media influencer and I'm a chef.
A chef?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, chef.
We will pack that.
He's also an activist.
Yes.
Kalyjay is an activist.
Sometimes.
Yes.
Yes. So we picked Kalyjay and Prince Ganaku because of certain things that have gone on social media, and then certain places and instances I have seen them in, where we have seen them in. So Kalyjay headed the Fix the Country movement, and what is currently going on is the Stop Galamsey demonstration, right?
Kali, first run us through Fix the Country. What made you actually start that hashtag on Twitter? Because it had over 200,000 tweets worldwide.
Yeah. So I think it was after school, normal fooling on Twitter. And you realize that you come online and then you find people texting you that they need help, school fees, hospital bills, those kind of things. They need jobs and those kind of things. So I was just ranting, normal ranting. And every day I kept ranting for days. And what broke me was when I saw a video of a pregnant woman on the floor in the hospital. So I didn't understand it. I didn't understand why we should be paying taxes and these things should be happening. So I was ranting, and then I think one of the pro-government people started fighting back that, the government is doing their best, they are building their hospitals and things. I'm like, bro, it's not reflecting. And we have a lot of concerns, jobs, because me and the people who finish school, some don't get job, plenty don't get job. If I'm not doing social media, I don't know where I'm working right now. You get it? Yeah, so I feel like a lot of things were wrong. So I just felt like if the system is working, at least it won't be perfect though, but the burden will be reduced. So I used the hashtag Fix the Country, and apparently a lot of people could relate. So they joined the conversation. Everybody was posting Fix the Country, posting bad roads, bad schools. And then I think Fix the Country is more of a statement that cuts across other countries. Other Nigerians kind of joining at the point, other countries joining because it's something every country can relate to. So I think it trended globally. The news agencies picked it up. And along the line, I didn't imagine it would become very big because it was just me ranting. I didn't even think of starting a campaign. I was just me ranting. And it just went viral. And then I think that was when Oliver and the others came in that I think we should take it beyond social media to really push. And that's when we created a group, and you were part and I was part, Nick Kanyami and some lawyers and other people. And yeah, led to a demonstration.
Okay, so at what point did you guys decide to finally take the demonstrations outside or like protest outside? Because as far as I can remember, last year there was the Occupy Julobi House. So if you could like take us through the whole process of how you decided to start protesting outside and also how it's meshed into the Occupy Julobi House protest.
Okay. Will you go? Because you're in the group.
So it was actually like, at some point, Kali kind of like, because like he said, he didn't really think it would become as big as it did. Yeah. So at one point, I think all of us kind of took over in the group. So it was most of like us actually going on the grounds to demonstrate. It was more of like all of us pushing that agenda. And like I said, we all agree to it. Like, there's so much we can do online. Mm-hmm. We felt like if we're going to prove our points, we need to show the people that we're serious. And by doing that, it's to actually come out and demonstrate. Mm-hmm. And, we did the whole demonstration. It kind of got really dangerous. Like I would say, like I got arrested at one point just for being at the courthouse and then coming downstairs to like, thank the people that were supporting us. And they just arrested me just because they were there, So, it's like, okay, now are they trying to put fear into us? Do they not want us to demonstrate? Do they not want us to speak our minds and speak and have our voices heard? So, it was just, I think Oliver is just putting that fire into us to tell us like, yo, we need to do more than just talk on Twitter. We actually need to show people that, or show the government, or show like anyone that we mean business. And we, the youth, we're tired. Because if you see the numbers, the people on the grounds, is mostly the youth. Yeah. From like 20 to like maybe early 40-year-olds or 30-something-year-olds. So yeah, I just went from online to like on the streets.
Okay. So, Prince, this question is to you, right? Last year, I remember after the Occupy Jilobi House, I told you personally that I was put off by Oliver withdrawing. Right? He withdrew. He was like, he wasn't going to do this. I feel like people were insulting him too much. Mm-hmm. So he got tired of it and then he decided not to do it again. And then suddenly the protest, like he's heading the protest again. Like what changed within this like 1 year period? Because the protest happened the same day it happened last year, yeah. Right? Same date it happened last year. So what made him change his mind and then take on this new demonstration?
I don't know why. I can't tell you why specifically he changed his mind. But you have to know the person. Like you've met him. He's just the sort of person that if he believes in the cause, he's if you meet him, you know what I'm talking about. If he believes in the cause, he's going to put everything into it. Mm-hmm. And he would tell you that he's going to walk away, but he's physically incapable of walking away. Like they would literally have to lock him up because he will not walk away from this. Mm-hmm. And he's tunnel visioned. He's locked in on this. He's not going to walk away from it.
And I can kind of agree with that because, as this whole thing was going on, right, with the protesting online and even with them demonstrating, I had kind of closed my mind that, you know what, me Feat. I'm not gonna look into it. I'm not even gonna tweet about it. But it's a spirit in you that it's like it just draws you back because it's having empathy. It's actually caring for your country because there's no way that you say you won't talk about it.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
There's no way you're gonna say, I'll let them be. But there's no way because if you really care for the country and we all see what is going on, if you really care for Ghana, you would really speak about the things that's happening. So I kind of agree with Oliver and his decision. Like you would say one thing, but you do the other.
Yeah. I feel like it's so real too because, as we are all fighting for the same cause, you still find people trying to discourage you. Mm-hmm. Like you said, maybe people were insulting him way too much. So he decided that I've had enough. I don't want to do it anymore. Yeah. And we have witnessed it. We've had the whole issue where we try to talk about things online and we have the same people we are fighting for come at us, insult us, say the nastiest things to us. And you're like, you know what? I won't even do it again. Yeah. But the next time it happens, you are now feeling it because at the end of the day, it's still affecting you. Yeah. Whether it affects you or not, you are still seeing what is happening.
Yeah. So let's come back to the whole demonstration. First, let's start from the start to where we are right now. Were you permitted to do the demonstration?
The framing of that question is a little problematic.
Or do you need permission? Do you need to seek permission before you demonstrate?
Yeah.
No. The position of the law is that you don't need permission to demonstrate. What you need to do is notify the police at least 5 clear days before the demonstration. Mm-hmm. And if you look at the Public Order Act, there's an emphasis on letting each other know. And the Public Order Act is about, yesterday, Jonathan was making this point. it's about regulating events that have a large mass of people, because you don't want a large mass of people on the street and then like the city comes to a standstill. For example, you cannot hold something like the Global Citizen, concert without letting the police know. Otherwise, the city will come to a standstill. They have to be able to like channel like traffic into places and all of those things. So that's what it's about. Public Order Act is not just about demonstrations. It's about special events. So a demonstration is one type of special event. You're supposed to let the police know at least 5 clear days so that they can commit resources into making sure that it flows properly. That's how it's supposed to be. Because of last year, Democracy have decided that this year we don't want problem. So we are going to let them know at least 90 days ahead. So they sends the notice 90 days ahead. You had 3 months, 2 days or so before the demonstration. After they have done their preparations, they have hired whatever it is they want to hire. You go to court for an ex parte injunction to stop the demonstration. Now, an ex parte injunction is that normally when you're going to court, you're supposed to serve the other side, give the other side notice. So, for example, I can't sue you. You don't know that I've sued you. I've gone to court. I've gone to say my case, and then they'll give me a judgment. Doesn't make any sense, right? So, generally speaking, when you're going to court, you have to alert the other side. In very, very special circumstances, the courts will allow you to come ex parte. But those circumstances are rare. If you look at the architecture of the Public Order Act, it talks about you notify this person, you reply this person. Like there's a lot of let everybody know. So why would you wait? You have 90 days. If this is about good faith, if this is about truly like enforcing the law and it's good faith, right? Or it's about security zones and what have you, you could have done this in the 3rd month. You could have done this in the 2nd month. You could have done this at the beginning of this month.
Yeah.
Why would you wait 2 days before the demonstration and then you go for an ex parte injunction? And there is a practice of the police doing this. Previously, you needed a permit, and our current president went to court. There are a number of cases, NPP and IGP, PPP and the Attorney General, where they went to court and then they settled the law that you don't need a permit. So the current rulers of this country are part of the reason why you don't need a permit to demonstrate. They were the ones who went to the Supreme Court.
Wow.
And the Supreme Court said that all of us have an inherent right to protest. So you don't need anybody to give you permission to exercise a right that you inherently have. That doesn't make any sense. It's like somebody giving you permission to speak or somebody giving you permission to walk around. It's an inherent right that you have. So you don't need a permission. All you need to do is alert the police so that if they need to commit resources, then they commit resources. So the police go to court and then they go for an injunction to stop the demonstration from happening at Revolution Square. So that's what the injunction is about, to stop the demonstration from happening at Revolution Square. So the protesters went and they had their demonstration at 37. It's not at Revolution Square. They're perfectly within their rights.
Wow.
And it states in, I think it's the Article 21 1D, the right to indulge in peaceful assembly and demonstrates. Yeah.
It's a constitutional right.
Yeah, it's a constitutional
No, that's so
right.
insightful, because the way things are being played out, you think, for instance, when I posted the whole the protest thing on my Snapchat, people were coming at me saying that it was unlawful because they were not permitted to. So I think most people still have it in their minds that
about it.
exactly, like most people still have it in their minds that
I think it's a societal, it's a cultural thing. That I think because of our like where we are coming from colonially, if you know the history of the police, even like in Western countries, right, the way policing is set up is to protect a certain class of people against the rest, against the natives. So in Ghana, the police existed to protect the white people against the natives. That's how it works. And Kwame Nkrumah has this thing that he said, where he said that when after we achieved independence, all we did was replace the occupants of colonial structures with natives. We didn't actually change the structures. We just replaced our white colonial masters with black colonial masters. That's what happened. So now you have a system where the police are not one of, just like the police were not one of the white people, the police are not one of the elite, but policing exists to protect the elite against the rest of us. And maybe they may protect me against you or you against me, but that's just tangential. You understand? The kind of speed that the police will use if a politician is involved. You go and report something to the police.
So who appoints the police?
Who appoints the police?
Yes.
I think it's the
party?
No, not the party. I think it's the Police Service Council, if I'm not mistaken. They have a council that does it. I've forgotten the name of the council, but they have an architecture for it. It's the president that appoints the IGP though.
Okay.
And the IGP is in charge of the entire machinery of the police. So obviously if I appoint you to a particular position and you feel like I am in danger or my interests are in danger and you owe your appointment to me, are you really going to be neutral if you reasonably believe that people are coming for me? That's not how it works.
So then shouldn't the IGP be appointed by the police board?
Hey.
instead of him being appointed by, let's say, the current president?
No, it's and I don't think that that's going to change anytime soon, because every time we have had like a military intervention in this country, it has been between the police and the military. So just from a survivalist perspective or from a self-preservation perspective, I don't see any government changing it to allow that neutrality. You want your person there.
Yeah.
Because historically speaking, whenever there has been a coup, it's been the police and the military coming together to say that we don't want these people, we want them out.
Yeah.
So just for self-preservation, I don't think that's going to change.
Okay.
But it doesn't help either.
Yeah.
Okay. So this has been in my mind for a while, right? This question is to you because you started the Fix the Country issue. So the first demonstration that I know of was the Occupy Julobi House, the first one. Yeah. So looking at the first Occupy Julobi House and this reoccupy Julobi House and say no to Galamsey, do you think that there's a lack of organization somewhere? Because if I didn't come on Twitter at a point, I wouldn't know what is going on. There's like a wide gap between Twitter and the real world. So I think because of that, a lot of people didn't show up, a lot of people don't know. So do you think that there's a little lack somewhere?
Okay, so I think, before that, let me just correct you. I think before the Occupy Julobi, there was the Fix the Country demonstration itself. Okay. So there was the Fix the Country demonstration before Occupy Julobi and then reoccupy Julobi. And another one is in the pipeline too. Coming.
Amen to that.
So I think with the organization, I feel, I think there's a bit of lack of organization in some parts. I feel a lot of things need to come together to make a demonstration successful, like online, offline, and all that. For online, I think the Fix the Country and Occupy Julobi in the first 2 years, it was like really like up there. But the reoccupy Julobi, which was like the recent one, I think it was more centered around Twitter and not the other platforms. So you go offline and then realize a lot of people don't even know what is happening. And I think one thing to that is causing that is, I think the traditional media. I feel the traditional media has been against us. I think last time I read a tweet, I was like, God bless social media, because most of the media houses have been compromised. And I noticed that I went to GIG. Most of my friends are like journalists. And during the Fix the Country, I was asked, it took them like 3 days after the hashtag went viral before most of the media houses started talking about it. And I started texting them, asking them, yo, Charlie, why don't they write article about it? Like a lot is happening, it is trending. We are like worldwide. And they'll be like, oh, Charlie, that article I write on mobile. My data say make a shelf. So they just left farm. So like I felt, that was when I realized that like most of the media houses were compromised. And most of the politicians own their media houses. Some of them, they will go interview after that. They just go drop like 20K, 30K, give their production house. Say, oh, just for what time. These people, they won't come and write against the politicians. So, and I think it was very evident. I kept saying it, but a lot of people just thought it was against social media. And it was very evident recently when they arrested the protesters. And I think Daily Guide posted that NDC protesters. Yes. And that was when people realized that, okay, now the media is against us. Yeah. But the media has always been against us since. But I think we are Gen Z, we don't really pay attention. We don't really watch TV. And if a demonstration is supposed to happen, a market woman or there's someone in the church, for instance, only Twitter. It's the radio and the TV that they watch and that they hear. And those people are compromised. I think yesterday a video came out that a media personality was saying it was good that they were arrested. It was good that the protesters were arrested and they are being detained and all that. Someone watching it will not hear this side of the story, as in you don't need permits and all. All they know is that the media person has said it. So right now, that's the fight. So anytime I come online to tweet, I'm just like, educate the people. What's natural trauma? Just start a conversation, educate the people, because right now it is our duty to, even though we are fighting for it, we are also supposed to educate. And that's what we are not doing. Because right now it is like us versus the old people. And I don't have a media house. A lot of us don't have media houses. But they have the media houses and they have the journalists. So it's our way against their way. They have the power right now. And if you look at it, the media is like the fourth arm of government. Because they are supposed to keep all the other people in checks and balances. It's all part of the checks and balances. But they are not doing that, because if they do that, they'll be fired. The Fourth Estate dropped an article about Galamsey. They dropped the list of people involved in Galamsey. They dropped their locations and how they are involved in Galamsey and all that. A very detailed article. How many media houses picked up? None. Some of the people mentioned in the article owned media houses. And it is up to us to speak about it, because they won't speak about it.
I need to know this.
They won't speak about
I
it.
didn't even know this.
I've never heard of
So yeah, these are some of the things happening. And so when it comes to organizing the demonstration, that's why I keep saying, share it on all platforms. If you share it on Twitter, share it, because someone will definitely see it. WhatsApp, I think WhatsApp is one of the best platforms targeting the old people. Because they have every family, right now, almost every family has a WhatsApp platform.
Yeah.
You just post it there, start a conversation, and then educate them. If your mother goes to church or she goes to town, she sees her friend, it will start a conversation. That is how we can be able to get into the media, the traditional media. Because right now it's really difficult. Right now it's like most of the campaign is more of like youth-centered. And the youth cry, no. They've divided us.
Yes.
Yeah, they've divided us some way. So
yes.
it's really
I also
difficult.
feel like another factor that's like about what you just said is fear. Most people are scared because you see, before we started the podcast, I was going to post on my Instagram.
Yes.
And then I kept asking, is this right? Because I'm genuinely scared. Like, fine, I have the platform to disseminate information to people, right? I'm an influencer. I'm a lifestyle influencer. So if something is going on and it's affecting the people that I'm influencing, I should definitely talk about it. But then again, I'm scared because, oh my God, what if the police comes for me tomorrow? And then my mom even called me when this whole thing started. My mommy called me. She said that, my mom posted she was social media because I'm not a foul.
No,
She
my
said
mom
it.
did the same
Yeah,
thing.
she said
She called
that
me
when
2
we
days
come
ago.
here to film for Rant, but we shouldn't talk about it because she's scared. She said she doesn't know anybody. It is a BBM. What will she? And that is what is stopping a lot of people from talking about these things. We all know that we live in a very we live in difficult times. There's so much injustice going around, but we can't talk about it because we are scared. I was asking Efia that these policemen who are stopping the protests, are they living in the best conditions?
In the evening, they'll beg us for 20 Ghana.
20 Ghana,
In the
10
evening,
cities.
you go and park at you go and you be driving at
So many barriers.
and they'll say, oh, Mami Kakre. The last time I met some policeman, he said, oh, watch it be what I say, oh, me called up. Like, they know it's bad, but they can't, they are scared.
When I got arrested last year, when we were doing Fix the Country, was it last year?
Last year.
Yes. When we got arrested, when they took me to the police station, what was it? What was the location of that big police station?
Accra. It was Accra.
Accra, yes. Yeah. Okay. So I wanted to use the bathroom. So the lady was escorting me. And then she said this to me. I remember exactly what she said. She said, Efia, what you guys are doing is good, but we can't see anything.
So here's the thing.
They can't see anything. Because if she says something, she'll lose her job. And how is she going to feed herself and her family? So it's like they purposely put fear into us. Look at what's going on. Look at what's happening recently. Let's talk about the Stop Galamsey demonstration that happened and what they've done to the people who were just standing there. Some people were even they were bystanders.
Yeah.
Some people were just getting down from their church to fix things. Some people were just helping people and they got arrested. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
The pregnant woman who got arrested, I'm governor who got arrested, the church mate, his case is very sad.
Yeah.
He was not part of it. He was literally just around the area and they stopped him and they took him.
And the galamsey thing, you guys, please, I'm asking the producers, I'm begging you guys to add videos of what the water looks like right now. Now, let's put aside being NPP or NDC. Like, I think it's a bit hypocritical to even ask that, you should be neutral before you talk. No, if it is affecting everybody, it's affecting everybody in the country. No, the protest is not that NPP should leave, NDC should come. No, the protest is that the water bodies in Ghana right now is getting bad. There are chemicals in it, and then I saw a video of a woman having to add alum before the water become clear. Alum no cry is a chemical on top. Like, it's just back-to-back chemicals. And then this is just common sense. When you wake up in the morning and you open your tap, most of the time it's brown before it becomes white. Why is that? Why is the water supposed to be brown first before it comes clear? It's because of all these galamsey stuff. Ghana Water Company has dropped a letter about this same water body things. Like, even they don't even have to drop a letter. We are seeing it. You see the water body. Somebody said the water bodies is not. I'll unpack that later. I don't even want to go into the comment section.
It's not in Accra.
We'll unpack that later. But guys, I want you to understand the gravity of what is going on right now.
Yes.
Water is a very, very essential part of like the life, crops, everything is just water. Imagine having to import water for us to drink. Already I think 50 pesos for sachet water. It's too expensive for the average person. Everything gets so expensive. And are we importing the sachet water right now?
No.
But we are
It's
50 pesos.
No, but
and imagine we have to start importing this. You know how much it's going to. You think that it's not affecting you. And the actual people that are enjoying the money are sleeping, and you people, I don't know what they are giving you people for you to ignore the fact that the water bodies, this and this is what is happening. Like, let's just put the NPP and NDC aside and let's just open our minds and then just talk to these leaders. Why is it a problem? Just stop galamsey. Why are we fighting? Why are we getting arrested?
As you're speaking about importing water, Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana wants that we will soon import water to support the manufacturing of drugs due to galamsey. So this thing, I don't know if you guys don't see the seriousness of this. Like, if you look at our water bodies, they are all ruined. The images will be there for you guys to see how it is affecting us. It is affecting people in the rural communities, and it will affect us very, very soon. Babies are being born deformed. Do you understand that? Babies are being born deformed. People are getting sick. And when you get sick, you have to go to the hospital. And when you need to go to the hospital, you need money they don't have.
Even when you get to the hospital, they don't even have the facilities to take care of you.
So it's like a cycle of fucked up shit going on. And it's like, no, like, if you go left, you are fucked. If you go right, you are fucked. So it's like, you guys should really stop this NDC, MPP thing. Like, get it out of your head. We are not our parents. Like, we are not our grandparents. We are the young generation now that needs to fight. Stop this MPP, NDC thing. Do I need to be MPP before I talk about what's going on in the country? Does he need to be NDC before he talks about what's going on in the country? No, we are Ghanaians first. And that is what it is. We need to really put into you guys your heads that we are Ghanaians first. Even if you leave me, I can leave. I always say I can leave, but why do I stay? Why do I feel like I need to fight for my people? Like, even if I leave, I have aunties here, I have cousins here, I have people that I love that are here that are suffering. So even if I leave, I've not really left. So like, I really want you guys to understand the seriousness of this, and it's not a joke. People are fighting for clear water, for clean water, and then we arrest them.
Like, see, it's so bad that even when you die, your body feels the heat in the country. Because I heard that, a family member of mine died, right? And then my mom was like, when she went to the morgue, if she didn't stay there, they wouldn't have put her in that thing. I don't know what it's called, but they have
fridge.
to like hold the body for some time
in
before.
The fridge, yeah.
Yes. And that dead people were just lying
there.
See, when a bunny died, those videos that were circulating, where were the dead bodies? They were lying on the floor. And that's not where dead bodies are supposed to be. So as you are a child till you go until you die, you will still feel something about this country, because like, it's so crazy to me. Like, do you understand how bad it is that before, when I was a child, 5 cedis could buy kenke and fish, full meal, and then I'll be full. And these are the meals that the masons and taxi drivers and these people.
Hey, Charlie, my favorite food is kenke. I'm not mason.
Yeah, like, these are things that people survive on. Like, kenke used to be one of those, kenke and cocoa and beans, they used to be one of those meals that you don't need a lot of money for. Now you can't use 10 cedis for shit. Like, you can't even see 1 cedi is going away from the system, because 1 cedi has lost its value.
Yes.
And that would be the same thing that happened to 5 cedis and 10 cedis if we still just sit down and keep quiet, because because we are scared, or like we are NDC, we are NPP. What has NDC or NPP like? Since you are NDC, you are NPP. Since you woke up today, have you eaten? Do you have a job? Do you have a job? You are NDC. What has NDC done for you in your life? Right now that you are sitting there. I'm not talking about people who are politically affiliated or people whose parents are in government. You and I, that we don't know anybody in government. Since you started living your life, what has NDC done for you personally? Or what has NPP done for you personally? Me, I'm not affiliated to any political party. And none of us are. And even
wait, asking you mean the host or the guest?
Me, I don't know about them. But me and my guests, my host, me and my co-host, we are not affiliated. We just feel like I'm sorry for speaking for you guys, but we the hosts, we are not. We just feel like there's so much going on, and there's so much we can say or do. Mm-hmm. And honestly, like all we can do is talk about it. Yeah. All we can do is create awareness. Mm-hmm. And I was so happy about the Occupy Julobi house protest because we talked so much that BBC got the news and they started making noise about it too. Imagine we're all quiet. Now the whole world thinks that Ghana is just a dirty December location. You just come drink alcohol and you are done, and even you put that you come to Ghana in December, you come and you still feel the heat because
they complain.
We $1 nonsense.
No, even the foreigners when they come, they complain about the struggles of the country.
Somebody did a TikTok video last year saying that Ghana is one of the most expensive countries she has ever visited. Ghana wasn't like that.
Anyway,
so let's get back to
So now I'm going to be a little bit of the devil's advocate because because of the things I've got in my comment section. So we cleared the air because I really want this to be educative, and let's people who don't understand, like the few people that we can get to understand. Now, why did we decide to pick 37 Military Hospital of all places? Because that is a hospital, and then ambulances. I didn't even know ambulances work in Ghana. Let me be serious. But apparently, ambulances like rush to the hospital to take care of people, and people said people died. What's that guy's name? The guy who went on Belamundi with Belamundi. Show. Yeah, he was like Kwesi Botre said with Belamundi that 10 people died in the ambulance and everything. So a lot of people's problem or sentiments that I've got on my comment section is that why did you decide to pick the 37 Military Hospital and cause traffic? Because that hospital is where like a lot of people go to.
But that was a lie though.
That's why it's a conversation too.
So, like I said, I'm not part of the organizers of the demonstration.
Speak up.
Mine is to come in if I feel like there is an abuse of power going on or people's rights are being infringed upon. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what went into the choice of the place of 37. But in respect of the idea that ambulances were blocked, that's not true. Mm-hmm. Ambulance, even last year, ambulances were allowed to pass.
Yeah.
So it's simply not, I don't know where this lie is coming from. It's simply not true. Ambulances were allowed to pass. Mm-hmm. The police have admitted that ambulances were allowed to pass. So it's not true. And that's for the idea that 10 people died because they weren't able to make it, through the barricades. One, it was the police that blocked the road from airport coming to 37. I was there on Saturday. Mm-hmm. I didn't see personally speaking, I didn't see any protesters blocking anything.
Same.
All of the blockages that I saw were police people, either using police officers to line the police or using barricades. Mm-hmm. That's what I saw.
Me too.
So I didn't see protesters. I don't know what happened after I left, so I can't speak to it. But when I got there, all of the barricades that I saw, all of the roadblocks that I saw, were from the police.
Mm-hmm. So at which point did we go wrong? Because I've seen certain videos that other people are using to say this wasn't a peaceful protest. Mm-hmm. So a couple of them are, one, the protesters were using sticks and stones at certain parts of the road. Mm-hmm. I don't know what
were they doing with the sticks and stones?
They were putting it on the road and then made people turn. Let me mention all so that we unpack everything. One, and then the second one was when Oliver took the key he was running, and then he threw.
Was running.
Yes.
Yeah. He took the key from the crack and he was running.
He was running, and then he threw the key away. And then the third one was when a man came and he was ranting that he had to go somewhere, so they should unblock the road. And then one of the guys with the Rasta, the protesters, he was there last year. I've forgotten his name. He had Rasta. I don't know. Somebody passed. Yes, somebody passed the comment that Ghana for Bebre Jimmy Hakrawu Ana. Somebody sent it to me.
What?
Yes.
Was that said by a protester?
Apparently. Wow. And then the fourth one was when Oliver was pushing the police barricade off. So at what point did this line move from a demonstration, a peaceful demonstration to this part? And then is this where they is now against us that we no try? I keep saying we because I support the No Galamsey movement, but then the parts where these things, I want to understand if this is still right and within the laws.
Before we get into the questions with him, I feel like Kalyjay has more knowing into why the protest was done at 37.
Yeah, I think, so let's take Fix the Country, for instance. Fix the Country was, I think, from Obra Sports to the Independence Square. But for this, I think it was the name of the protests that gave the location, Occupy Julobi, and the Julobi is there for the Flagstaff House. So I think the initial plan, I think from Oliver and the people were they want to do it in front of the Jubilee and the Flagstaff House. But that place is a security zone and all that. And the closest place to that place is 37. So I think that's one of the reasons why I think they usually use that location.
Please wait, it's a security zone. But when Meek Mill came to Ghana, he went to film a music video in there. But we can't protest there. You go on.
That's your country. So I think they use the 37. But for other demonstrations where I'm in front of 37, one thing the protesters always do is that once we are protesting and they see an ambulance, we all give way. And they get to the barricades. No protester brings a barricade from their house. We don't have barricades.
Yes.
Right.
It's for the police. So the police also give them the way, and then the ambulance enters the hospital. So for people saying protesters didn't give way, the protesters, even the third day, there were 50 people. How can 50 people block an ambulance?
The first day, I'm not sure. I see for them to reach 100.
So how can they block 10 ambulance and people from going for people to die? It was one thing the protesters always do too is after the demonstration, they clean up the places.
Yeah.
If people like this, people that clean up after a demonstration, they are telling them that they are telling the world that they are blocking ambulances from going to the hospital, they are clearly lying. These are things that I feel they just put into the media space to
make
cause
us look
division.
bad.
And you find people like Tibonka and people sharing it just to misinform people. And I think it brought a situation where we had two sides of an argument. Some saying they deserve to be in jail because they had people die because of the ambulance thing, which wasn't true. And now you have people now trying to explain and defend. Why else we shouldn't even be at that situation?
Yes.
We should all be together fighting for a No Galamsey campaign. I think it was just a division tactics, but I think I saw it coming, so I'm not surprised.
But with what Princess said, some of these videos, some of us have seen it. Like me, I'm with them. I stand with them. But we've seen some of these videos. Yesterday, I saw the video of the Oliver guy taking the key and running away. Yeah. And then because we posted the video,
have you seen it?
Because we posted some of us have been posting on our Snapchat. Some people are also replying with videos of them burning the NPP flag and all of that. So what actually led? That's what we want to know. What actually led to those things?
Okay, so I wasn't there, right? When I saw the video of Oliver, I was like, oh, what is this? Because I was really surprised, right? And I came...
What was he running to?
I heard that
he took the key from the towing truck from the police, and he ran away with it. So they were chasing him, and he threw the key away, and then they picked it up. They picked the key back. So later, I had to ask questions, and I found out that it was because they wanted to tow away his truck that had the food and water for the protesters. And the truck wasn't in the road. It was under one of the trees at 37. So it wasn't even blocking the road or anything. It was just there. It wasn't interfering with anything. It was just there. So that if people are hungry, people want water, they will go there to the truck and get it. Because that's where the donations and all, they send the stuff.
Well,
and they were towing it.
Then
he took the key.
That is a gray area. That would be a legal gray area because I haven't seen the video. So I don't know what all the facts are. But what I will tell you is that you have a right to defend yourself, defend your property, defend other people if you are being unlawfully or you see somebody being unlawfully arrested. Yeah. That is the law in Ghana. There's a one of the very first cases you learn in law school as a criminal law student. I think it's called Asante versus the Republic. This police officer tries to unlawfully arrest a trotro driver or something in, maybe it was the 70s or the 80s. And the trotro driver says, "Why are you arresting me?" He doesn't tell him. He tries to force him to go. And the trotro driver beats up the police officer. So the matter goes to court. And the court said, well, you were trying to unlawfully arrest this guy. He was entitled to defend himself. Mm-hmm. So if what was happening, if the police trying to move, I haven't seen the video, so I can't tell. But if the police trying to move the truck is unlawful, then Oliver would well be within his rights to remove the key. There would be no problem at all. He would be within his rights to remove the key and prevent the unlawful arrest.
I think that's exactly the explanation I got, because the truck was just there. It wasn't interfering with anything. It wasn't blocking the road. It had the food, and they were just throwing the truck away because I felt they just wanted the people out of there, the protesters out of there.
You know the funny thing? When it comes to Ghana police, they know how to pick their fights. Ghana police know how to pick their fights. Can you imagine Ghana police going to, let's forget like high-ranking military officer. What do they call the lower ranking officers? They won't dare go and remove or try and tow the car of a military officer. You won't dare. Why? Why are you towing my car? For what reason? What is the reason why? You haven't given me a reason. No. There's military man who slap you, and you will take the thing to court. The military man will win. That is the law. If you try to unlawfully arrest someone, they are entitled to use reasonable force to repel the unlawful arrest. So I haven't seen the video yet, but if what was going on was unlawful, if this matter comes up in court, I am pretty sure that that's an argument that his lawyers will canvass. That's the initial act of trying to tow a vehicle that was not parked anywhere bad, was not doing anything, was unlawful, and that he was entitled to take reasonable steps to stop the unlawful arrest from happening.
So now we've cleared the Oliver part. So now the burning of the flag.
Was they burning the flag for the fire to spread to like cars and things like that? So they're just burning it like in the middle of the road.
I've not seen that. What's the video?
I have the video here.
And the video was him. The person was just burning the flag.
I think so.
I saw them cutting.
Where did they bring the flag from?
I think
somewhere on the this is the burning of the flag
stuff. And they were just.
So the video does not show where they got the flag from, because some people are saying that they brought
their own flags.
Yeah, like they bought the flag from one of the.
But really, what's the problem with that?
Like some brought the flag.
So the law is. I think there is a law that says that if like political party has posted their, I'm not sure, but this is one of the things that they were charged with in court. So I think, and I'll have to confirm this, but I think if like a political party has posted its paraphernalia somewhere and you go and deface it or damage it, I think it might be an offense. But if they brought their own flag and they were burning it, and so and
they can't do that. It's just a piece of cloth.
You know what I mean? Like, so with this, how I'm seeing is that they are burning. Is it really burn an NDC flag too?
I didn't see any video of NDC flags.
But the thing, logically and realistically speaking, the power in the political party in power is the MPP, and we are all dying under MPP. So if they want to burn a flag, why would they burn new force?
So here's my thing. Here's my thing, right? I feel like there is this idea that demonstrations are meant to be
pleasant.
Yeah.
You know, like, but that's not how it works. That's not how it works.
Demonstrations are not supposed to be peaceful?
No.
Not peaceful, but wait.
They are not meant to be anything.
I was thinking that maybe they are not meant to be pleasant, but peaceful. Peaceful in the sense that people don't get hurt. They don't injure other people. They don't cause harm to other people.
Ideally, you don't cause harm to other people.
But
it's meant to be disruptive.
Exactly.
A demonstration is meant. That's the point. It's like any. For example, it's like saying that you want to have a strike, but you don't want it to affect like stuff, like the smooth running of stuff. That's not how it works.
The point is to ruin
The design,
stuff.
the design of the thing is to disrupt. That's how it is. If you have 10,000 people hitting the streets tomorrow, the effectiveness of those 10,000 people being on the streets is the effect of it. Like how is going to disrupt the city. That is what is going to cause people to pay attention. But if those 10,000 people walk in one logo line from Accra to Ebri, you haven't done anything.
Be a morning walk.
You haven't. That's all it is. You haven't done anything. So the design of a demonstration is meant to be disruptive. The reason why people go and demonstrate is because they have used all other means. They have used the ballots. They have used the media. They have done everything, and they are not being heard. So they have to do something to disrupt and put the people in power on notice. Let's take our independence fight. When did the independence fight actually hit its stride?
Yeah.
It's when the 3 ex-servicemen were killed.
Yeah.
If that hadn't happened, we would have still been pussyfooting and doing, in the next possible future, or whatever it is they were saying then. You understand? So for me, I look at like the things that happened. My question is, what harm did they cause? Did it cause any harm to anybody? Were they attacking people? Were they attacking the police? The mere fact that they were there and it was disruptive is a part of the design. So I look on that as natural, the natural consequence of a protest. If you're going to have a protest and you can have the protest and it doesn't inconvenience nobody will pay attention to you. What is the point of the protest? You get. So when people come and they say, because there was traffic and they were in the road and this thing, so they deserve to be. It doesn't make any sense.
Were you not in traffic when you were coming here?
Can you imagine? Like,
Was there a protest?
There isn't a day that there's no traffic in Accra.
There's always traffic. Why is this one different?
Can we talk about the people who got arrested?
Yes,
and
that's
then-
where I'm coming to.
Like, can we talk about the pregnant woman who is still
and then the innocent
I hear
bystanders.
she's bleeding.
She's what?
she's bleeding.
She's bleeding.
Bleeding.
Yeah.
Bleeding like blood.
Yeah, blood. I got a text today.
The pregnant woman is bleeding.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
got a text.
God.
We have a group. We have a group of lawyers. Someone sent it. That's they have gotten a report that she's bleeding and so she has been taken somewhere. I don't know if it's true or not.
Oh
but
my God.
And then the bystanders that, the innocent bystanders, quote unquote, has it been verified that they are innocent bystanders and they weren't part of the protest?
Especially the church mates.
It actually doesn't have to be verified.
Yes.
It's the police that has to come and prove that.
That they are.
If you say you've caught me and I was a demonstrator, I was like, no, I was in a trotro. You are the one who now has to prove that I was a demonstrator, and which is why what is going on, the fact that they've all been remanded without bail, remanded without reference to the peculiar fact that there was this one guy who I hear is like mentally unstable, one of those street guys that's mentally unstable. Apparently, he was told that every time he's hungry, he's going to say something, and he sees a military man. He should say something in Awuza that means I am hungry. And whoever the military man is, the military man will find him food. So he sees the police people and then he goes to say the words and then he's arrested. So he was in court. Yes, he was in court yesterday. He was incoherent. He didn't know what he was saying. He didn't know what he was saying. He didn't know what was going on. He was just a mentally unstable person. And then he's been remanded.
What?
So is this a clear case of abuse of power?
On the part of the police, yes. I would hesitate to say that it is an abuse of power on the part of the courts because it would be difficult for me to prove. The judge has the law in front of them and they have the discretion to decide as they see fit. The judge has the discretion to grant bail as she sees fit. I can sit here and tell you that given my knowledge of the law, it is incredibly surprising to me that they have been remanded. As a matter of fact, if you had told me to bet everything, when I heard that the people in Circuit Court 6 had been remanded, I was like, I don't know what went on there. Maybe, I don't know. Like I was in my mind, I was like, I don't know what happened there. I'll talk to them. Maybe the people were shouting or they were making noise or they did something to annoy the judge. That is why. But on pure law, it's very, very, I don't think anybody could have predicted that.
Because I saw your interview. You were like, we are bringing them out today. I saw your interview before.
Nobody could have predicted that.
Yeah.
Nobody could have predicted that. You see, the way our constitutional system works is, so let's start from the top. All of us here have constitutional rights. We have inherent rights, right? You have a presumption of innocence. So we presume that regardless of what you have been accused of, you are innocent until you are proven guilty by a court of competent jurisdiction. That's the first thing. So if you are innocent, and the second right that you have is you have the rights to move about freely under Article 14. So you are innocent and you have the rights to move about freely. If we take those things to be true, why would you be locked up?
For 2 weeks.
There is no reason why you will be locked up. So because of those two rights, our law takes the view that everybody, no matter what they are accused of, whether it's murder, whatever it is, you are entitled to bail. That's the base position. That's where we start from. The moment you are accused of something and you are arrested, you are entitled to bail. Now, if there is a reason why you shouldn't be granted bail, it is for the prosecution or even the court to say why, like there's a clear reason why, no, in these circumstances, you shouldn't be granted bail. And those clear reasons include maybe if they let you go on bail, you come and tamper with evidence, or you come and tamper with witness, or you interfere with investigation, or you won't show up. The people that have been arrested, they have fixed place of abode. They have never had a brush with the law. So there is nothing from which you can infer that these people are offenders and they are going to. Even the offense that they have been accused of, the unlawful assembly, the circumstances leading up to the unlawful assembly are in a legal gray area. So because this is why it's relevant. If, for example, there's a law that's established that don't steal and you are caught stealing, right? That is not a legal gray area. This one, our courts say that everybody has a right to demonstrate. And if the police want the demonstrations to stop, they should come and get an injunction. But there is this practice of going to get an injunction last minute. And there is a case a decision by Dennis J, which says that if you have something that affects the rights of other people, you shouldn't go to court ex parte. You should go on notice for the person to come and justify why you shouldn't get the decision that you want. So you go ex parte in order to sort of empty the right to protest of all of its substance. So the thing that you are accusing them of is not even clear cut that these people are guilty of the thing. The thing is in a legal gray area. So they are not offenders. The offense you're accusing them of is one that is in a legal gray area. These are people that have a fixed place of abode. They are employed. If you want to give them bail, you can make the bail contingent on them showing you where their homes are, on them giving you sureties, people with Ghana cards. All of those options existed. So to remand them in the face of all of this, it is incredibly surprising. It's incredible. I don't know why. But on the part of the police, how the police behaved, it was definitely an abuse of power. Without question.
Is it true some of them are in Sawam?
Yes.
What?
Now?
Yes.
Some of them are in Sawam.
Yes.
Kali, you couldn't find a couple of people. You went to the court, you couldn't find a couple of people. I saw you say Glenn and Cedric. Have they been found now?
Yeah, I think they appeared before court today. So I think they've been found, but they are going back. But I don't really know the exact locations where they are being held. I think when the arrest happened, what happened last year was once they arrest you, they send it to, they spread it across Accra. So
the reason is to deny you rights to legal representation.
Yeah.
So I think last year they arrested some of my friends and I was at Shukura and that's it.
You went to Shukura.
Yeah, so we spent the whole day there. They had to toss us and order from our sentence before around 10 p.m., 11, they were released. So I think this year, what they did was when they arrested them, they took someone from 37 and they sent that person to EB. And they sent some to Winneba and those places. And now, as the lawyers have to be going from station to station, asking if people are there. And sometimes they'll go and the police were denying them access to their clients and all that. So it was we didn't know where some people were, specific people were. So we saw them at the courts. So that's why we had to spend some days at the time at the courts waiting for them. So anybody that come, we just be peeping through to see if you find our friends.
It was even crazier than that. I kid you not. It was one, we actually don't even know how many people have been arrested.
Yeah.
Till now?
We don't.
It's not the 50
we don't, because the police can give you a number, but we don't know how many. Yeah, it could be more. We don't know how many people, and here's why that's dangerous.
Okay, so Princess just left the set because she's feeling extremely anxious because of the whole topic, and it's actually scary. What we are talking about is kind of scary. and then she's been anxious since we started, but she was trying to pull through. Unfortunately, no, she might be back, but that's the reason why you may not be seeing Princess on set as we continue this podcast.
Yeah. So continue what you were saying about the protesters and the amounts of people that have been arrested.
Yeah. So one, we don't know how many people have been arrested, and here's why it's dangerous. It is possible that someone will be arrested and they'll slip through the cracks, and they won't be arraigned before court, and everybody just forgets about them.
Oh my God!
It is not even like a strange thing. It can happen.
Jesus Christ!
I'll give you an example. There's this girl, Felicity, who everybody has been asking for. Some of the lawyers were asking me the Felicity, who is she? Because people have been asking for her in particular by name. So you know that there are eyes on her in particular, her situation in particular. I'm told that they were in court and her father was in court, and it took her father being in court to realize that she hadn't been arraigned, even though she had been arrested more than 48 hours prior.
Oh
so
my
it's
days.
Either they forgot about her or they intentionally refused to arraign her.
What?
Both of those.
Is that legal?
It is incredibly illegal.
So why is nothing being done about it?
It is incredibly illegal.
Who holds them accountable?
So the lawyer had to get up.
Goosebumps.
The lawyer had to get up and then say that she's not here. So they had to pause for like 10-15 minutes for them to go and bring her. So imagine that she's not the only one.
Oh my goodness.
Imagine that she's not the only one.
So wait, who holds these people accountable? Or they are supposed to hold themselves accountable and they are not doing that?
The courts are supposed to hold them accountable.
And what do they do about it? So what people, so you're telling, so like
I am not at
basically...
liberty to speak on that.
Wait,
So basically like people are abusing their powers and then they are
that's
still...
what it looks like.
They're getting away with it.
So imagine the other people, like if her father wasn't there.
So that's why we went around the police stations asking them to give us a number of the people that have been arrested. Tell us who you won't give bail. Fine, no problem. Tell us who you have arrested and tell us where you've taken them to. They said, don't tell us. So as at now, for me to tell you that I know for a fact that 50 people have been arrested, I don't know for a fact that 50 people have. They are saying that 40-something people have been arrested or 50 people. They are the ones, that's the number that they're giving us. What about those people that were bystanders?
Yes.
What about those people that, like when they put them with the protesters don't know them?
Yes.
Oh my God.
So then they conclude that, not we ain't count. So then they don't take the person too.
Imagine you're living in Accra without your parents.
There are so many possibilities. And they took their phones. So their parents don't even know where they are. For them to contact us to say, meba Jojo eyi Oba Mohono Yenhuno.
Mind you, they've not committed any crime.
No.
They're just speaking up.
And so on that day, on the day of arraignment, we had to. So Noah is at police headquarters. I'm at circuit court. We are in limbo. Somebody's here. Where are the people? I have to call lawyers. They are regional command. Go to regional command. They are not at regional command. Go to national headquarters. Then I'm getting ready to go teach a class. And then I hear that they have taken the people to circuit court. So I'm on a bike. Because they're taking the people to circuit. If they've taken them to circuit court, then it means that the arraignment is going to happen start. So I'm on a bike to circuit court. I get to circuit court, they're not there. It turns out they left the national headquarters. They just turned and then they came back. That was the information that I got. Like you are there, you can see the person in the bus. They won't let you talk to them.
The conversation is stressing me out. Is it true a child was part of all of this?
Initially, yes, they arrested a child, but
they arrested a child.
But we all saw it on the video.
But like how? How do you arrest a child? What is the child done?
A diabetic
the child was like 10 years old.
Yes,
and
2 people are in the hospital right now. The pregnant woman is bleeding.
And there was a person who, the protester with diabetes, glaucoma, and asthma. Apparently suffered an asthma attack. The parents were trying to bring...
I got that text as well. I have that information.
They were trying to bring the pump to the person and they denied...
I keep saying that I have that text or I am told because I haven't confirmed all of this information. But this is what's happening.
So, assuming these people in the hospital, something... God forbid, something bad happens to
like
them.
the pregnant woman, and if she suffers a miscarriage,
her baby. Well, who will be held accountable for that?
Can she sue?
If they are not able to successfully prosecute them, everybody can sue on a number of different grounds. So you have a false imprisonment and malicious prosecution ground, but that for me will be difficult to discharge because there's a malice. So there are certain cases that when you are pursuing, there are certain findings that are ambiguous, right? You have to prove that somebody maliciously did something. That's always difficult to prove. So that's difficult, but you can go human rights, you can go constitutionally. There are a number of ways that we can hold them accountable. And we intend to.
Do you know the crazy part about all of this? Our president is a human rights lawyer or whatever. What is he again? No, like it is so upsetting because you do realize that these are not criminals.
Forget the human rights part. Forget the human rights part. If you know the role in the history of the development of like rights in this country that he has played for this to be happening. So it makes you ask, were you ever a man of principle, or were you doing this because it suited your political party at the time?
Well, it looks like it suits
you know what? Before people even start implying that we are trying to be biased politically, like let's just come down to the fact that the people who are involved in the Galamsey operations, I'm just really curious to know, has any of them been arrested?
I guess we never know.
No, because do you understand how crazy it is that none of these people actually performed criminal activities, or none of these people killed anybody, or even injured anybody, or even hit anybody, or slapped anybody, or even did anything that could make them look bad, or like, you know, they were just standing there. Logically, they were standing there.
The video of our governor, like they were literally just standing there.
And they came to pick them up.
They were just appearing, like before the whole, you know, thing. They were just standing there. They were just exercising their rights as Ghanaians, because we claim in our anthem, in our pledge, everything that you learn in your social studies books, from what you learned about Dr. Kwame Nkrumah till our current president, you know that Ghana is a democratic country.
To be very honest with you, I didn't expect anybody to be arrested.
At all.
I kid you not.
No, the arrest doesn't make sense.
Let me explain why I didn't expect anybody to be arrested. Day one, when I went there and I saw the number of people, it's like, oh, today, this year, the turnout wasn't massive. Cool. If I am the establishment, I let the demo. I said the first day I go there, it'll be less than 50 people. If I'm the establishment, I let the demonstration go on for the 3 days and I go to bed.
Do you understand?
It will die.
They will get tired.
You have the media in your pocket. The media is not going to report on this. The online demonstrators will make a lot of noise, but we know online demonstrators. After a week, there's the next scandal. There's the next person to, I don't know, slut shame or fat shame or whatever it is. They'll move on. You get me? So if I'm the establishment, I'm letting them go. Right. So the second day, I swear to God, I was asleep. I did some work throughout the night, woke up in the morning, slept. Only for me to wake up and hear that they're arresting people. It's a no-win situation for the establishment.
Yeah.
You don't win. There is no scenario in first, arresting them brings more attention to the thing. Second, arresting them actually serves their cause. These are people who want to bring attention to something that, let's say, that the ruling government doesn't want to bring attention to. Right? There's Galamsey going on. You don't want to bring attention to it. These are people who want to bring attention to the Galamsey. Arresting them only serves to bring that attention. You think that if the demonstration had gone on for the 3 days, BBC and things would be following it, CNN and things would be following it. They wouldn't have been following it. So at all, like, apart from the fact that the abuses that are going on are wrong, it just doesn't make sense from a strategic perspective for the establishment. And it's crazy to me because the president is not here. He's not in the country.
Yeah,
the person who is running, who is likely to be affected by the bad PR, is the one who is acting president right now. Why are you allowing this to go on?
But it's also true that they were held for 48 hours without food and water.
That is the report that I got, that they were held because the police, and it makes sense, the police is not allowing anyone to see them. Not their family members, not their friends, and not their lawyers. You understand? Yeah. So we on the outside have no evidence that any of these people were fed. Or what?
I think Ama Governor was saying it in her video.
Sure.
She was shouting it out that no food and no water for 48 hours.
48 hours.
By force fasting.
That is torture.
We managed to get some people food though.
After the 48 hours?
But those are the people that you knew.
Those that we knew.
They were less than 30. Of the 50 plus, they were less than 30.
People were texting me that, they need locations to give out food to people, but you don't know where they are.
Even now, we don't know where they are.
And all of this is stemming from the fact that we are just telling them to stop polluting our water, our water bodies.
I feel like this is why we need to speak up, and this is why we keep pushing. Like right now, we have like 2 separate campaigns we are running. One to free the people, citizens. And one to stop the galamsey. And if we are there waiting for the mainstream media to pick it up.
But Gisela, let me move to you small.
We are not going to.
I think I move to you small on something. See, at the end of the day, we all way they do this thing. When they arrested you, were you scared?
No.
At no point?
No.
You didn't feel anything?
No.
That's crazy. Because I feel like people think that those of us who do this thing, we have some innate strength that they don't have. Or like, yeah, bomb us to try, meant it. Police want to bomb me, meant it. I'm human. I'm a human like everybody. Every single time that I've ever done a demonstration, there's this Pink Panther meme. This is how I sit on my couch. Every single time I have done a demonstration or I'm going up against the government or I'm doing something that my mother will call me and tell me, Charlie, she did beg me, make her no do. But at the end of the day, and this is my hot take, even at the end of the day, this is my hot take, even regarding the arrests, right? We have to find meaning in the suffering that these people are going through.
Yeah.
They knew that there was a chance that if they went out and did this demonstration, this would happen.
Do you think they knew?
No, they knew.
They knew.
They knew
that
there was a chance that this would happen.
I did not think that.
This is a risk that every time I sit on a motorbike, I don't think I'm going to die, but I know that I'm taking a risk that I could die. So when they went out, they knew that this could happen.
We could get in trouble.
And they did it anyway because they felt like this topic, this galamsey thing, affects all of us. And it's more important than the slaps or the weeks where you go there. If truly all I have to do is go and spend 2 weeks in jail and they will stop polluting the water that is being used to water my food. They will stop polluting the water where my fish is coming from. And I will not have like kidney, because I feel like we think that you just wake up one day and you die. Most of us will suffer for weeks before we die.
Or even months.
You understand? Or even months. And we don't have the healthcare infrastructure.
Yes.
So for me, if the sacrifice is that I should go on the streets, demonstrate, get beaten up, and that is how the problem will be solved, I will do it. And I feel like that is the sacrifice that these people made. And to me, that there's a Christ-like symbolism to it. Like, they did this knowing that they could suffer for it, but they didn't do it just for themselves. They did it for all of us.
All of us.
And so if we just treat it as something bad that happened to them, full stop, then you discourage other people from doing so in the future. There is meaning in that suffering. There's a purpose to that suffering. And they're not special. They don't have green blood. The blood where they run through me and you on our veins, the nerves and things where we get, they get the same thing. The suffering where they suffer, we too, we go feel suffer. If anything happened, I'm a governor. If anything happened, anybody, Accra go shut down. But don't punch it. If anything happened, anybody for the cells inside, Accra go shut down. Because it shouldn't happen. We will all have to hit the streets. Otherwise, it could be you next time.
Yeah.
I don't like the B ideas guy. I don't like that nigga.
Same.
But I don't think that it is right that he should be picked up in the middle of the night, taken somewhere where his lawyers have no access to him. And I don't think that, regardless of what you think of Oliver, what you think, and that's my thing, let's even assume that everything the police is saying is correct about the protesters. Let's say we are lying. Everything the police is saying about the protesters is correct. There should never be a time where you are arrested, denied access to your legal counsel, denied access to a phone call for 48 hours, no food, no water.
Yeah.
That is a breach of your rights to dignity.
Or even healthcare.
You understand? It is torture. And that is not allowed. Why is everybody comfortable with it? Why are we justifying this with, it's okay that they did because they were burning flag?
No.
And so the fuck what?
Because of traffic.
And because of traffic.
And so the
fuck what?
They committed no crime. That's the crazy part. It's like they committed no crime and they are being treated like criminals.
Challenge someone 2 weeks. What do you mean someone 2
Someone
weeks?
is crazy.
Someone
Someone
2 weeks.
crazy.
Well, what I want to ask, I want to get your opinion. Like, have you seen the video of Cheddar stating that
Reluctantly.
Reluctant, because I got so furious and I was like, I had some
You, I
small.
know you can see me. I know you are coming to talk to you. I know you
I
can
had
see me.
I had some
I know
small
you
thing
can
in my
see
head.
You, I know you can see me. You. He knows himself. He knows himself. I know you can see me.
So when you saw the video of Cheddar basically saying that NDC, I don't care, he didn't say, but that's what he was saying indirectly, that NDC is fooling this whole thing. NDC is the one that's sponsoring this whole thing. First of all, is there any truth to it that NDC is the one helping this whole Stop the Galamsey fight?
See me, I'll be serious. Make I tell you something. I'll be very, very serious NDC guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be very, very serious NDC guy. And let me tell you, if you think that Oliver is an NDC guy, it's like, then you don't know Oliver. Like you don't know Oliver. That's not how Oliver works. To be affiliated to a political party or to support a political party means that to some extent you are towing the line. Mm-hmm. To some extent, right? You may decide to come away from the line because you don't agree with one or two things, but for the most part, you are a part of a collective. That's what belonging to a political party is. You are part of an association of sorts. That's not who Oliver is. Oliver is not going to abdicate his absolute freedom of thought, that he believes that this thing is right. So maybe party they call him say make he no do. So that's not who Oliver cannot be a partisan person. You've met the guy. If you've met him, you know he cannot be a partisan person. So the people who get up and they say that Oliver is fooled by the NDC, blah, blah, blah. Look, trust me, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm an NDC guy. You don't know what you're talking about.
That person talking.
When I tell you, he did bought more of we for back safe.
It's actually funny because how will an NDC sponsor a demonstration? Only 50 people show up.
Exactly. Only 50 people show up.
And this is just like a party that did a nationwide demonstration
Exactly.
less than a week ago.
Exactly.
Because I hear they'll put for their youth group, people should show up. People will show up.
So that's all he had to say about it. Like he didn't say anything else.
And then how he doesn't agree with us being violent.
What was the violence?
Violently protesting has never taken us anywhere.
So
but what was the violence? There was
And he said something that was funny. He said, we've relaxed for so years while these things have happened. Why are we taking this route now?
So he wanted to also become president so that he also show us Pepe. So he wanted us to be calm. Let us just be there. Just be calm.
Nobody has
Let me tell you
relaxed for the
something.
past year.
Why are you minding this person?
No, let me tell you something. Exactly. Let me tell you something. Why are you minding this person?
He's running for president. Can you imagine?
See me. So I'm a lawyer, right? If I come the timeline top where I see somebody where it no be lawyer, where it talk something, I don't understand why should I respond to that? Like if he talk something, you're blowing hot air. Why should I respond to that? We wouldn't invite, excuse me to say, Councillor Lutherot here to discuss physics. You understand? We wouldn't take him seriously. We wouldn't invite him to talk about medicine.
But Councillor, he's capable of anything.
Why are you? Why are you taking him seriously?
No, because why are you taking Cheddar seriously?
Honestly, tell me why you are taking Cheddar seriously.
And the personality in play.
What has he done for you to believe that you can take him seriously?
He went to drink pure water.
Is it the what's the name?
Swag.
No,
The lions.
The lion videos he's been doing or what with the thing on it. This man portrays Ghana like Ghana is like, I don't know, Dubai.
I just feel like we need to face reality here. We need to face reality. Like those, I feel like most of our leaders have lost touch with their people.
They have.
Yes.
Prince of Ghana.
Once people get to the top, there they forget
Yes.
like the people. But like the reality on the ground is scary and it's crazy.
When was the last time you take trotro?
Fine, I don't take church.
No, I'm just. When was the last? But hold on, pause. No, so the point is we say. You self where you don't have access to national kick. You self you lose touch with the people. So imagine somebody where
No, but me, my thing is that
you don't have context.
you see, me, I've lost touch with like those people, right? The people who take church and all of those things, but they are not crying out to me.
That's true.
They are not mentioning my name every day on the internet or in the news. They are not saying, Gisela, I'm suffering, or Gisela. But the person on the top or at the top, you've lost touch, no problem. They are not holding you. But day in, day out, people are shouting your name. People are screaming your name. Your name is in the
You
news.
don't care.
Even if you spend some crowd, give us some.
You don't care.
See, street lights. We have to beg you.
You know,
For
care.
street
No, Accra
lights.
is very dark and dangerous at night. Oh.
They don't care. They don't care.
In the evening around Pantine, I climbed the pavement because I wasn't seeing. Like I climbed the pavement like this because you see the part where you tend to do the U-turn like this.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
So that part there's no
So imagine
street
your car
lights.
just-
Yes. So I just like climbed this. I was even shy. Then I just
A police woman has told me to stop using UPSA. I think one time I went to ANC to get food. I was hungry around like 1 a.m. and then they were there. So when I got there, she was like, hey, don't be using this road. There are no lights here. Somebody can kill you. So in my mind, I was like, so you know.
But back to the whole Cheddar thing, you know, Cheddar making such a statement, it makes it seem as if people are protesting, they're being funded or fooled by the party that's against. Like first of all, how many years ago did Yvonne Nelson do the Doomsaw? When Yvonne Nelson was doing the Doomsaw, Mahama was in
power.
Yes, they said that we're NPP ni. So now that we are now doing this, no, we are NDC.
Okay, but fine. Okay, so
Even if we were NDC, we are still fighting for something that's very important.
To
And that's what
everybody.
people need to understand,
Exactly.
that regardless of, let's say somebody is NDC or NPP, you know, the fight is still the same. The cause is still the same. Like,
And
I really hate when they say
If
that.
NDC
though.
comes into power today and
And
the
even
water
if
bodies are
ND
still bad, we'll still talk about
We'll
it.
still talk about it.
We will
Honestly.
still
If
talk
it's a
about
Kia
it.
Don't Cause party, we'll still talk about it.
That is my problem when it comes to some of the influencers and the people with voices on social media, because everybody drinks water. Now we are fighting for clean water, and you are now making it partisan.
Yeah.
Yes.
We are fighting for the basic amenities, street light, good roads, employment.
Yes.
And
Hospital beds.
You've made it partisan. That is my problem with Sheldon. When he posted out a fake document that we've been paid by
That
Mahama.
fake document really pissed me
He
off.
had your name and
My
your
name, my number,
on
all of
socials.
us.
Are you serious? When
Yes.
did this happen?
This
Didn't fix the country.
didn't fix the country. That's why they during this whole Reoccupy Jolobi, he posted another video where he claimed that people died during the campaign, and now everything has been divided. Like the whole fight has been divided. That is my problem with people with voices. If there's a campaign for good, it doesn't matter if you're NPP, NDC,
Yes,
CPP.
yes.
We all have to come together
Yes.
to fight it.
Exactly.
Once you win, you can go, because eventually, if election day, it is me, my paper, my ballots, I'll go and vote and I'll go and sleep.
But the funny thing is that let's even say that there are certain issues that you can politicize. After all, if we are all fighting for good, we all have subjective, ideas of what good is. This is an evil that affects all of us.
Yeah.
It's not an evil that affects only the Galamsey
Yes.
areas, because
Yes.
we don't grow the majority of the food we use in Accra.
Yeah.
In Accra, we bring them from other regions.
Yes.
And this
Especially
is no false
communities.
accusation.
And BBC
Yes.
says that 60% of our water bodies, more than half
in
of our
2021,
2021,
Is it what?
more than half
60% of our water bodies are gone.
in
Oh my
2021.
goodness.
Yesterday, somebody, I don't know what his credentials are, but some guy was saying that all the water bodies in the southwestern basin are done.
The six.
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
And the people who know about the science, I don't know about the science, the people who know about the science say that it is crazy expensive to remove things like cyanide and mercury out of your water. So already we can't even if there was a way to reverse it, we can't even afford
expensive.
it. We can't even afford it as
Hey,
a
so
country.
what are people saying
We
right now?
are fucked. That's what it is.
We are about to import water to drink. What do you call
No,
That's
Yoko.
it. That's it. So exactly, but that's the point she raised. Like, are you going to leave your family here?
I'm leaving them.
See, and the thing is that during Mahama time, when it was Doomsaw, everybody was talking about
talking
it.
about
Yes.
it.
And now
Talking
it is
about
Galamsey,
it.
we are talking. So it's not like it's some false accusation. Like the thing is happening
It's there.
in real time.
It's
like
in your
you are
face.
seeing
The
it.
reality is we are not far off, because we are not far off from importing water, because at the moment we import tomatoes from Burkina Faso.
Yes, I heard so.
We import,
Even Gary.
Yes.
we import mango.
Yes.
We import mango.
But they said the water by 2030.
by 20.
If we
and we're in
so if we start-
2024. That's 6 years.
If we start importing water, the prices of everything will increase. So it will
6
still
years.
affect you.
Charlie.
Like, Mr. Semi paper.
No, so like everybody, you guys have to see that this,
We
like,
are green card.
We are here, we are joking.
Yeah, honestly.
We are joking with this matter doing with your NDC. Okay, fine,
Water.
into Okoto
Like,
toast
and
now.
so-
Do you understand? Okoto is yona. Me na me have no means yona mao. And our MPP need the wounds you need different.
And then and these people will still be suffering. Say, oh, we don't have money. There's no money in the system. There's no money in the system. But then we are fighting for something like this so that we can actually save money. No, you don't understand.
And for people to go and sleep at Insaum for 2 weeks because of this thing.
Let's now shift to our social media influencers and then celebrities. Because I think about 3 days ago or so, somebody was telling me about how Stonebwoy released this music video when all of the things were going on Twitter. Now, back to Kojo Sheldon, like you mentioned, he has a KSS Studios thing that he usually like rolls out videos every day. And then when he brought out that news about Stonebwoy's music video, I thought it was going to be about the whole he being tone deaf, blah, blah. But then again, he shifted the topic to Stonebwoy rather throwing money somewhere. And my boyfriend watches KSS like a friend is saying his Bible, like his like that is his daily bread, and I've never seen them talk about the things that are going on. Same as our celebrities. Stonebwoy posted a music video that has nothing to do with what's going on. I heard that some Miss V or somebody also posted her song trying to promote herself. I heard somebody else, the guy we were talking about before the
Amirado Bena.
Amirado Bena was also promoting himself wearing a Spider-Man suit or whatever. Like what the fuck has that got to do with whatever is going on? And I'm not on Twitter like you guys. So I follow some of these celebrities. Bloggers are always posting about celebrity, but they don't talk about what's going on. They are not talking about what's going on.
How important do you think their voices are when it comes to this? Can we handle this ourselves?
And why do you think they are not?
Okay, so with celebrities and influencers and all those people, I think they have a very strong voice. If a celebrity tells you, oh, Charlie, like they recommend something for you, cry, like it will lay your head in back. Like at least it's your duty because you have a voice. It's your duty to voice out, to speak for the people. Me like this, I started when I was doing this influencing like actively first and all those things. I was getting money and all that. Ever since I started speaking about social issues and stuff like that,
brands don't
want to really associate themselves with me. I think there are a couple of meetings I attended. In the final phase, the big people saw my name and they were like, this guy is always bashing government. He's always, so let's jam. Like several times. So right now, like it's not new to me. I know that's the risk I'm taking.
Yes.
But I have to voice out because if I come on Snapchat, I come on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, my email, my WhatsApp, someone is telling me, oh, 300 cedis it's your hospital bill.
Yes.
You see, and I can't just sit back. I have a voice, I have to use it. I know there is that come. You'll find people insulting and all that, but it's cool. I have a voice, I have a platform. I just have to use it to do good as well. But there are celebrities that out there that I feel like if they join the fight, it'll be way easier. If a celebrity comes and is Ochiche's car like Obeye campaign, they pull crowd. If you are able to pull like 10,000 people, and out of the 10,000 people, you educate them on Galamsey, at least 5,000 will listen to you. When we were at Occupy Jolobi, the last year edition, we were there and Stonebwoy pulled up. The atmosphere was different.
Yes. The energy was different.
It was different. People that were not even part at the station, they were all rushing.
They were very
to the
happy.
place. That is why sometimes I feel we need to call out the celebrities to push this campaign and like bring our voices together. But then this campaign, I tweeted earlier today that you don't need again because right now it's like you're forcing them to come and tweet. So someone come post the hashtag and post the picture, not call offline.
Yeah.
Broken hearts.
Like I was just reading, I was like, now like oh, they're GSL who's in tweet.
That's what it is.
Like if you don't care, just don't tweet, just do your thing. Right now, me right now, just allow them, make them just, I won't even call you out, just do what you want to do. But the thing is, you have a voice.
Yeah.
You command people.
Yes.
If you drop an album, people go listen, people go stream, people go pay money to come and watch your concerts. They will buy your merch. These are people that
support you.
They support you day in, day out. They will fight for you and those things. And if like it comes issues like this where you act like it doesn't exist, like they'll just pretend it doesn't exist. Let's make you just close on the eye just because you are comfortable. They are not being fair to the people that support you.
And I think also the reason why some people also do get mad because when other issues are going on outside of Ghana, like in Nigeria and in America, these same celebrities speak up on it. They're vocal about
Black
it.
Lives Matter.
Hey, George Floyd.
Black Lives Matter. Then you see artists artists,
George
Ghanaian
Floyd.
artists, the celebs, they go. Even Ghana self, we do funeral, give George Floyd.
Yes, that's what
Floyd.
we did a whole
Give
funeral
George
for George Floyd.
George Floyd.
When SARS was happening in Nigeria, a lot of these celebrities was hashtagging end SARS, end SARS, end SARS.
Like
but you asked me,
I
like
remember
who?
some of
Like
these
who?
celebrities on their Instagram pages.
Like
you know
who?
the Nigerian flag with the black in it.
And what's crazy is when the Kenyan thing was happening, everybody was like, look at your mates, look at your mates.
Yes.
But
Yes.
when the Kenyan thing was happening, you could see all the organizations and people with power and authority
Yes.
in
Yes.
there helping.
Yes.
Even
That
the
is how-
churches,
the
the
church
churches.
was giving out water
The
and
churches
stuff.
shock me.
Yes.
The churches in Ghana shock me so
So far,
much.
the churches in Ghana, it is the Presbyterian YPJ or YPG
Pastor Ojo.
and Pastor Drew.
Pastor Joe there.
Pastor Drew,
as for
there,
that
because of
one.
these things, that's why he's my favorite.
As for that
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
I love him. I
No,
love
I'll
him.
start going to his church because of
I
that.
saw-
I think
I swear.
coming for you,
YPG
Pastor
also,
Drew.
they did like all red for Galamsey, I think last week.
Oh.
And it was
My church.
very, very nice. So I just followed the page and I was retweeting their stuff because I feel if we come together, if everybody's tweeting, everybody's posting, everybody's sharing it on all their platforms, it creates the awareness.
Make a
Because
change.
right now the
When you
media
saw
is
the
against
Galamsey,
us.
you go back to your party.
The traditional media is against us. Right now it is.
But they're against Galamsey.
the-
If not
the-
for anything, they are
yeah.
against
Who's
Galamsey.
against Galamsey?
Or the traditional media.
The traditional media, they are against Galamsey. But they won't call the people that are doing it
They won't call them out.
Yeah.
So right now it is up to us to educate people, bring all the voices together. Imagine we are doing a campaign, 10,000 people are on the street
Hey.
saying we want clean water.
They can't
Just do it.
arrest everybody.
They
It's
can't
not
arrest
about
every-
arrest, it's about the message you are sending.
Exactly.
10,000
And this is
people,
why
if
it's
you
so
can just come and
important.
pass through, bring water, then because right now if you put kokeke, then you put water from
It's the same
Galamsey.
color.
It's the
No
same
difference.
color. And this is why I feel like it's really important for people of power, celebrities, influencers to actually come together and fight for the same cause and
Yeah,
fight.
I think so far it's Camido. Camido way as you say,
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
the Rants,
yeah.
Camido, Kelvin Boy.
Blacko.
The rest there,
Sinaso.
Sinaso,
It's like they want to talk, but they don't want to talk.
the rest
They
there
are
is
shy.
like the hashtag Nigerian way. Same way tweet. Now
Do
you
you
can
think?
post,
Do you
like, it's
think
not fair.
most some of these like A-list big celebrities and who actually have a lot of power? Do you believe the reason why they don't campaign with us is because maybe they are tied to these political parties?
There's
I
nothing wrong
just
with
feel
that,
like they
so
don't want to
me-
ruin their bag.
You don't want
Yeah.
to ruin that. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's
They
the
don't want to
bag.
ruin
And
their
I feel
bag.
Like
there's-
Kalyjay losing
Potential
gigs like
bags.
this. They don't
Which
want
is-
to lose gigs. They want to keep.
Which is
But
quite
we should
disappointing.
lose our water.
Yeah.
That's the
They won't
thing.
be
Like,
vegan.
I mean, they can afford to leave the country, so it's the
But then
rest
they
of us
also
that
have
can't.
other extended family members
Do you think
who
they care?
cannot afford to leave the
Do you
country.
think they care?
So I feel like they're selfish. It's selfishness.
Yeah.
Because you're only thinking about yourself and maybe or about your kids and your husband or your wife. You're only thinking about yourself. You're not thinking about your cousins who are in the village or your aunties or your grandparents who are in the village. So honestly, these celebrities that people give this title to, why are you a celebrity? Because as a celebrity, you have to use your voice to speak up for the people that support you.
You know, and the crazy part is, okay, say, Omaka ho asem da. So there's no need for.
No, but
And
that's
also,
not-
when you
but-
wake up, you don't brush your teeth every day.
That is why I'm saying. That's
Don't
why
you
I'm
eat
saying.
every day?
That is why I'm currently
You don't
saying
drink water
that
every day?
if they don't buy in the idea, they shouldn't post it because they'll come and say that they've posted about it before. If you want to buy into the idea, buy into it like fully be committed. Not
Or
that
don't
we
do
are,
it at
we
all.
are fighting for a cause. Don't come and say like I've posted about it before. Then you'll be dropping receipts.
No, but these are the same people that
Bro,
like,
you
yo,
don't
your
need-
fans are suffering. Like at the end of the day, like your fans are suffering.
Yes.
Are the people who are arrested? I'm sure they are fans of these celebrities,
Oh,
and then they're not speaking up for them.
yeah.
And the crazy thing is, like you said, after a week or two, everybody's gonna forget about it.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna forget about it and go back to their lives.
No, but for real, like,
And that's the sad thing. No, what like this fight? What are we fighting for? Is the fight worth it in the end? Is anything gonna be done about it, or we're gonna continue losing?
no, it depends. You see, it depends. So in the political economy, everything depends on interests, right? Political parties want to be in power. That's how it works. They want to be in power. They need your votes to stay in power. So you just have to give them an incentive to do the right thing. If, as Kalyjay say, 10,000 people hit the streets, they will get the message. I promise you. 10,000, you don't even need 10,000. 5,000 people hit the streets, they'll get the message. But
The
we don't-
parties, the political leaders will get.
they will get the message.
Not even
We don't
leaders.
do
They're
it.
not even leaders.
We don't do it. So that's the problem. You know,
How do we change that? Do we now need to go into the market and
Yes.
speak to the market's women? That is what we need to do. We need to change.
so let me
Yes.
give you a blueprint. My problem with Fix the Country and Democracy Hub has always been that it appears that the organizers think that merely announcing the demonstration and getting logistics for it is enough. It doesn't work like that. You can be the most popular person in Accra. Just put the party on. See, you are doing party, put it on Twitter and go and buy your drinks and nobody will show up.
Nobody will show up, it's true.
Nobody will show up.
Make it appealing and convincing why they should be there.
The first time that we organized a demonstration, I remember like we had a designation of roles. We had people doing like the Metro TVs and the TV3s. Myself, this friend of mine, Regina, went to we went to Commonwealth, went to the markets. You have to speak to people.
Yeah.
And you, Kali, people there where you right at this point you're a celebrity. People there where if you talk, they go listen.
Yeah.
If you are people there where if you talk, they go listen. If each of you on your TikToks educate people on this and tell them that Charlie, demonstration day here at this time, I need so and so number of people. If you are coming, bring 10 people. If you are coming, bring 5 people. This is a thing that affects all of us. If I have to cry on TikTok, I'll cry. Because at the end of the day, maybe I have money, say I go leave. Maybe I have money, say I go pull my mommy. But there's too many people that I love and care about that will be left here. Should all of them die? It's not something that it's not something that any of us can contemplate. Maybe you go feed dip, but can you take everybody with you? You understand?
That's a burden.
You're not going to take everybody with you. So we have to fix the country where we day inside. And the only way we can fix the country where we day inside is if everybody gets involved.
So now how do we, because if you go on TikTok, TikTok is a whole different world. They don't even know what's going on Twitter.
And those who know are in...
So now what do we do to get more people involved? Do we now need to like do in-person campaigns? Yeah. You see how our politicians, when it's time for votes, what do they do? They go into the markets.
Exactly what they
go
do.
Into the faces of the people.
That's how you
so
get
I think
it.
that's what we need to do now.
Yes.
We need to follow what they do.
Yes.
Because that's how they get their votes.
And everybody can do the same thing. So what you guys can do...
Delegate it to
What
Allah.
you guys can do is get the people that follow you. Like that girl, what was her name? Girl, no, yeah, I didn't know what, say, Avianzo said, Dosey was
Dosey.
there. I was Baba hazed. You have like
Hey,
30,000 people for there. How? What? She know the single. She know the acts. Nothing. She just pulled 30K people. And I'm not saying each of you here have people where they go follow you. I've never understood it, but have people where they go follow you to the end. You have this power. Pull them.
Yeah, but the thing also is then like it's the interest. People, not everybody
Wants to do it.
wants to do it. Not everybody really cares.
Yeah,
And
but you
somebody's
have
like,
to make them
somebody can
care.
come and be in your comments, wow, Amma, I'm so disappointed in you. I
Yeah.
didn't know this was your thought process.
But that's why you're an influencer.
Yes,
that's
yes,
the
yes,
job.
yes,
You
no.
influence people.
The truth
Me, I
is,
can't do
once
it.
you start, you're not expecting the whole world to agree with you, but
Yeah.
you just have to keep going.
Yeah.
The power is where you get. Sometimes they feel Baba Hayes. Because I know the person where
It is Baba Hayes. What is
you don't know Baba Hayes.
No.
Charlie, ask about it. You don't know, ask about it. Honestly, it feel shock
Bust
me.
your
Like,
brain.
I'm not the sort of person where if maybe Cristiano Ronaldo have come here, I know go follow him.
Yeah.
So if I see, say, like people be so invested in like other people, it's a power that I can't even contemplate. And you guys just have it for no reason. Like you just have the power.
There's no reason. No.
I mean, you work for it, but you just have it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like you guys today inside, we go sit here and talk
Use our
about
power to advantage.
Mike and them. Charlie.
Okay, guys. So right now is about 70 days or so left to 72 days until we elect a politician to be the next president. Okay, this is a serious matter. Honestly, I tweeted the other day that right now it's either NPP, NDC. I don't know about Cheddar. He cried. I'm not gonna lie.
Afafranto.
I'm not gonna lie. Afafranto, Alan too did it. Cheddar, yeah. In the beginning, I thought he was just joking. Like I saw it to be a joke, and I then started seeing his consistency, and for some reason I kind of started to like have some kind of a little bit
Underdog.
of hope because like, you're underdog or you're young, he has some fresh ideas. But in that comments and it's not like I was gonna vote for him, but I was like, I had some small hope. And then the thing he did yesterday just threw me off. That video he did, I was like, nah, you Cheddar, the small amount of people who are even gonna vote for you, just lost almost everybody, or the youth that was gonna vote for you. Now my question to you guys is, who do you have your hopes in?
So I
I know you're an NDC. You're an NDC.
Hey,
What's wrong with NDC? Well, you are voting.
Yeah, he's voting. He said
I
he's
said I'm
voting.
voting for NDC.
Okay, I'm voting for. So I voted for NDC.
Yeah.
I used to also. Well, they told the NDC need to vote.
yeah.
My co-hosts.
Yeah. So I feel like as a nation, first of all, Ghanaians, we underestimate ourselves. One. Number two, we have too much respect that sometimes it goes against us. And number three, we don't understand the power that we have as voters. We've grown up saying, oh, MPP, NDC, that we've given these people the chance. MPP knows that if they don't get, NDC will get. If NDC knows that if NDC doesn't get, we'll get. But the reason why some people too don't waste their time to vote for other people is because they feel like if MPP don't get, NDC will get. Why don't we decide to give the chance to somebody else? Because these people, we've seen what they are doing. Me, I feel like we have the power to give somebody else the chance and see what that person can do. After all, what will you show us that we've not seen in this present?
country,
Like, what
right.
again will you show us? Because I feel like right now you've shown us. So I wish we could give.
Ekiadonko.
No.
Please be so serious.
So-
I wish we could give like somebody else the chance.
Who? The CPP.
That's the thing. Who?
Yes,
So the thing
somebody.
is-
CPP. Well,
the
me, I
thing
believe in
is-
CPP though.
The thing is, I feel
Who is CPP?
we need to be realistic.
At the count.
here.
think
you,
so.
You finish
I
at the
think
count.
we-
You finish at the count.
I think we need to be realistic
think
here.
so.
If you people keep saying we need a third force, we need a new force, we need a new face aside the NPP and the NDC because they've had power for close to 30 years and we've not had lots of development and order. But we need to be realistic.
Yeah.
Even the third force or the closest to the third force does not even have the command over the people compared to like
The margin is huge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That we should all
And-
give them a chance. Everybody should
Listen,
decide to give
listen.
another person a
And-
chance.
And I
Our
feel,
parents
I
alone.
feel our problem is, even though our leaders and our political parties are a major problem, personally, I feel our problem is the constitution. It has so many loopholes, I feel. So even if you bring a fourth force, a fifth force, the problems are going to be there. New Force said they do not agree with protesters. So which means that even if you put them in the current governments, they can still do the same thing and get away with it.
Yeah.
Even if you bring another person, a neutral person, and he comes and he says, I don't agree with protesters, it's still the same thing. Personally, I feel it's the constitution. It's not even about the leadership.
So we need an amendment to the constitution.
Yeah, so that is my own. But right now, for who to vote for, you look at NPP, you look at NDC, bro, I think I've voted twice, once in my life, which was last election. The 2016 election, I didn't vote. I was not interested. The last election, I keep saying this, but people don't believe me. I voted for Ekiadonko. Because the truth is, I didn't want to vote last election
yeah.
too. And I was forced to vote.
Okay.
They sacked me from the office. I was working with Rev Eskin, National Service, our YFM. And then they said, you should leave the office and go and vote because it's your right. So I went there, I looked at Maham, I looked at Nana, I'm like, I don't trust
Ain't
any
no
of them.
way.
So I just gave it to Ekiadonko. But for parliamentary, I voted for, I think Zaneto, at Osu, because that's why I voted to Salem. And I'm like, yeah, if personally, I have the constitution to, the manifestos to Cheddar, Alan, MPP, NDC, I have like 4 of them. And I'll read them and I'll see the ones that are realistic and the ones that I feel they are feasible. And the person promising me the thing. And me, I've said it on my platform that I can't imagine myself voting for Bawumia to be president.
Why?
Because he hasn't been
A good example.
a good example. For someone who promised to stabilize the economy, you can't tell me that you've done a good job if you've moved the dollar from 4 cities to 16 cities and expect me to say,
That's
I
crazy.
trust you.
But wait.
You get my point?
I feel like he's
4 to
always
16,
fooling
4
us.
to 16. I understand that, but at the end of the day, like there are a lot of factors that.
It's not about the factors, right? You tell me he's the vice president, so he doesn't really have
He
control.
doesn't have power or control over what happens.
So if he knows this, why was he doing the same thing to Emisata? He gave Emisata 140 questions. 170 questions. Do you get my point? So if you feel, and if you keep telling me that the vice president does not have power, do you know that the vice president is the chairman of the police council?
Please put it out
Do you know
there.
that? Currently, the president is not in the country. Who is the acting president?
No.
And there's a pregnant woman in jail. That pregnant woman is my schoolmate, Vera Louise. She went to Okapiman. She went to Krapiman Senior High School. She's my friend. I know her very well, Vera Louise. She's in prison right now. Dennis Miracles is a campaign manager for Baumia. He went to Krapiman Senior High School. Do you get my point? We are all Adeshi. Like if you compete to class, you'll be Adeshi. Vera Louise, the pregnant woman in jail, she be Adeshi. I be Adeshi. Dennis Miracles, who is an Krapiman Ostent, is an Adeshi. And you're telling me I should go to the ballot and vote for Baumia because he'll do something different when he becomes president, when he's currently the acting president.
And we are not even seeing anything.
Let's be serious.
I also feel like he's always...
Let's be realistic.
Yeah, I feel like he's always fooling us.
If you look at my tweets from 2020, in 2020, I dragged my hammer. The people keep telling me that, Charlie, you for delete those tweets too. I was like, no, it has to be there because I dragged my hammer. Like, anytime Akufo-Addo come and do fellow Ghanaians, bro, I drag my hammer straight. And then I realized that things were changing. There's this guy on Twitter, Yao Aban. He's one of the strong MPP people, and I think one of the leaders of their youth groups and all that. We used to be friends in 2020. There was this time, I can even show you my DM. They were doing this online rally, MPP online rally. He would send me the link and I'll retweet it and those kind of things. Because we used to be good friends. And I started speaking up on issues happening. And he was like, Charlie, the government is working on it. And me, I'm like, working on this out. So right now, he has started, there was a point where now he was coming at me on socials and all that, like threatening me, like moving to me heavy. And there are screenshots. I've posted them on Twitter. I did a thread on Twitter. I posted all those screenshots. And now you are telling me, and then there was a point in 2021, before I was in the Fix the Country, I didn't have any party I belonged to. If you read my tweets, I was always saying, I don't care about MPP, NDC. I'm speaking to the government. We need changes because I felt it was like a government thing.
Yeah.
So I was very neutral when I was in Fix the Country. I kept saying it on my platforms. And then this year, after I made up my mind, I tweeted again that I am no longer neutral because we are at a point where I can't sit on the fence.
You have to make a choice.
We have to make a choice. And me, I said I've decided on who I'm going to vote for. Next election, I can change my mind and go and vote because I vote based on who is there and
not because you belong to a party.
No, I don't want to belong to any political party. I'm just voting on who I feel can win and do the job.
Mm-hmm. Whose manifestos you believe in?
Whose manifestos I believe in at the point.
So, this is what I think. There is a law in, not a law in the sense of like laws, but there is a mechanism in political science that says that in societies where it is one man, one vote, and that's how you determine like who wins, there will always, no matter how many political parties you start with, you will always end up with two. It's called Duverger's law. You can look it up. You will always end up with two. Now, we are in such a dispensation. We have ended up with the two, right? The side people, they will not win.
Ever.
They will not win.
Ever.
Don't say ever.
Like ever.
First it was CPP and now it is MPP NDC.
Democrats
It has
and
always been
Republicans.
MPP NDC.
No,
right?
There was a point where CPP was on top.
But it was
On top,
it's
they
always been.
never go like
That's
10%.
long time ago.
They were getting the attention, but they were not there.
But
like
let me tell
MPP.
you, there has always been two traditions in this country. It has always been some form of the CPP against some form of the current MPP.
NPP.
The current NDC was made up of two CPP factions and the PNDC. So it's always been a sort of the aristocracy-led movement against the mass-led movement. That's how it's always been, right? So you will always have those two. Now, if you believe that you want change, right? Let me give you an analogy. Let's say that I'm the landlord of the house, and I am the one who determines who gets to sleep in the AC room. And I have certain things that I like. Everybody has 1 week at a time in the AC room. The more you do what I like, the more I keep you. If you do something that I don't like, I kick you out. Right? Is that not incentive for you to continue to do the thing that I like? Mm-hmm. So basically, you are going to be competing to make me happy. Mm-hmm. So basically, how you keep the two parties in check is to make sure that if one is not doing as they are supposed to, you switch to the other. You understand? And that's just one step. The second step is that we those of us who feel strongly about these things, right? And we feel like we have the moral high ground. What do? Everywhere in the world, what do the liberals or the people who feel like they know better do? They sit on the internet and tweet. Mm-hmm. You understand? And then go get like a latte and then feel good about tweeting. Right? Do you know who's your assemblyman?
I don't know.
you know who your MP is. You know who your MP is. So we have to. You see,
in my defense, I just moved to my place.
So the problem is that your ops are more motivated than you. Your ops are doing the work to get there. The people where they politics inside, where they go for national kick. You where you don't care about national kick, what have you done? You haven't gotten involved. So you are going to have a system where your ops are going to be doing the work and getting into those positions, and you will also be behind complaining. We all have to get involved. There is no way around it. And the third thing is that after we vote these people into power, we go to sleep. We don't do anything to keep them on their toes. And that's all that Oliver is trying to achieve. See the French. If you joke with them, they pass some law about something, agriculture, something. The next day they carry manure.
Manure, yes. To the
I don't even know what happened. And then they went to install water closets in some water. And then everybody went to shit inside. I think they said that the prime minister went to swim inside or something funny like that. You understand? So for me, it's three things. One, if one party is not doing well, don't give them 8 years. Switch.
Mm-hmm.
And if the political parties are set up to win power, every time I say this, people get angry. But it's the truth. Political parties are election-winning machines. They're not governance machines. It just so happens that after they win the election, they have to find people to govern, and they find those people within the political party. But they are set up to win power. That's their incentive. So if this person wants to win power and that person wants to win power and they have the same incentive, but you're collecting 5 CDs to vote for them, you're not going to get anywhere. You understand? So if one person is fucking up, switch. Second thing, get involved. Third thing, after you vote, make sure that you are doing stuff to keep them on their toes.
What do we do? Is it demonstrations?
Demonstrations. Right. Call in.
Call up. Yeah.
Me, my assemblyman. I defeat take my in number. Then I send number. I go put for some side. I just label them plumber. Plumber. You don't know people they call them. Oh, now I plumber you want to. Oh, now I plumber you want to. And you go see him for something. I tell her, people they call you for plumbing work. Yeah, she quiet no. Next time, make us some carpenter. You understand? So there is really no way around.
We have work to do as
young people. We have work.
We have work to do.
And we don't want to do the work. We think that we can sleep and the thing will be done for us.
Yeah,
but it will not happen. It really will not happen like that.
I feel we need to do more, and I feel we should all come together. Me personally, that's all I'm preaching. We should all come together to push a motive, one action, one voice, and that is the only way we can be powerful. That's the only way we can be heard. Anytime there's something happening, you find people always trying to go their opposite way. I don't know if maybe it will make them look cool or something. Like they're always trying to find loopholes in an argument, in a movement, just to be different. I don't know. And it usually brings down the momentum of everything. Everything.
The direction changes. It goes to something totally different.
They send them.
During Fix the Country was going directly. And then they brought Fix Yourself.
Fix Yourself.
Yes.
And someone from their WhatsApp group sent me the screenshots. So I saw all the screenshots where they're coming to post Fix Yourself. In the end, it became a national conversation.
Yep.
Fix yourself or Fix the Country.
Yes,
And this one, I think yesterday and 2 days ago when I started the hashtag, the Fix Free the Citizens, the hashtag, someone sent me another screenshot where they're about to bring another hashtag to counter it. And I have the screenshot here.
Jail the criminals.
To prosecute the criminals. And I have the screenshot here too, that you're about to introduce another hashtag to dilute the hashtags we have. And so you will find some people supporting them.
I don't know what's wrong with them.
You find some people supporting them.
Cities for the moment.
If the economy was better, you will not be.
If the economy was better, you will not be begging for exactly.
It's not even about the economy at this point. It's literally about the water that you are going to drink.
Yes.
So if
honestly,
at this point you can't,
if you collect 200 cedis, you use 50 cedis for that to buy water with that money.
It's not 50 cedis, because right now, if you look at everything, right, if you get the doctors, my doctor friends, they keep saying that people came in with kidney failure, and they don't even drink alcohol or smoke or anything.
Oh my
So
God.
it's from the water.
Yeah, it's from the water. And dialysis, the machine self we get for Ghana.
We don't have it.
You know, the rich self, the hospitals don't have elevators working, and they are closing down some sections because
and we are selling our future. We are selling our future.
Dialysis per day is like 1,200 per day.
Let's leave the country.
$58 million in the cathedral.
Police in the salary, yes, police in the salary, yes.
Dialysis per day is like between 800 and 1,200 a day.
Or something.
A day.
A day.
And I think they do it like 3 or 4 times in a week.
Yeah.
Yes.
How many of you can afford that?
Yes.
Not because you are drinking
then
alcohol.
You'll be saying, hey, this person got kidney problem. They don't smoke. It's not only smoking, no. It's not only smoking.
Right now,
these
most
metals
of the,
and things.
the fruits and vegetables that we export.
Yes.
I heard that they are thinking of banning them because they are
Pesticides.
There are chemicals in our produce.
Yeah.
It's like a whole
Even
system.
the chicken that's imported, a lot of there's chemicals and
the crazy part is they've started this fight, so why not finish it? Because the government imported, I think, 3 million worth of drones to find where the Galamsey sites are. Then you send the police there. It is this morning that I found out that the military never received the drones.
Hey!
So how are we fighting it? And you call for fight against Galamsey, and people think...
bad politically.
We are joking. We are joking in this country.
And the crazy part is you are saying we should go to the Galamsey site. But the person that has to sanction for the drones to go, no, it's in Accra. So why don't we protest here? So they give the order here, and then they just send the people out there to work. Because when we went to the courts, I've never been to like the court premises before. I went there 2 days ago, and we had over 50 policemen there.
Yes.
And they were all armed, and I was just standing there. And then they would bring this one. They tell, stand here.
You think
face
they went
them.
to steal?
And they had their shields and all that. And I was like, if these 50 people, you go every district, Galamsey sites by Galamsey sites, can't you close
so
them
what
down?
is stopping that from happening?
No, wait, the Galamsey, the gold, no, can't you get it without, you can get it without doing all these things,
there's
right?
There's a sustainable way to mine, but the illegal miners don't.
And one thing too is...
And who gives them that order, who allows them to do the illegal mining?
So I think with the research...
So you can still get your gold. You don't have to say that.
The research I did, right, with the Galamsey, you have to, like, you test the place to see if the place has minerals first. And if you have, like, your license, you test to see if they have minerals there. And then you do the Galamsey the right way. And because you have a license, you have to make sure that before you leave the site...
You reclaim the land.
You reclaim the land.
Yeah.
You make sure that the land is very good for producing before you move on to the next site. You don't just dig, check, and then go.
True.
And then mining in the river bodies I think it's not part.
Yes.
It's not part.
Close to river bodies.
Yeah, and close. It's not really part. But now here we have the case where we have illegal miners and they are doing it, and you go to this site and they have guns.
Yes.
And they have guns and they are threatening.
That's where we are.
And they are threatening to shoot
the
people.
illegal miners have guns.
Yeah, that's where we are.
Pump action guns.
That's where we've gotten to.
Nah, this is not just by their minds.
No, that's where we have gotten to.
It's not just them doing it.
Even if Ghana, we have the resources, we can't say we are banning mining in Ghana.
Yeah.
Because it is part of what brings us resource and money outside. We can't ban mining in Ghana. But we can do it to protect our environment.
Yes.
And that is all we are calling for.
Yes.
And you are not doing it. Because this I think Heritage Caravan, right? We went for Heritage Caravan last year, and we went across, I think, 10 regions in Ghana in a space of 7 days. Eastern region, when we got to the eastern side there, the places like the towns were okay. And then we started going deep. And you see the water body, and it's brown. When we were descending, it was western region, central region. My uncle was telling me that in western region, they don't drink from the tap.
Where do they drink from?
They buy bottled water, pure water. They don't drink from the tap. If they'll use the tap to wash or bath or something, but they don't use it to cook, they don't drink.
Yeah.
Oh, even today.
That's where we are now.
Today, Captain, you guys, if you guys like want to follow this thing and you want like facts on the ground, you should look for Captain Smart. Captain Smart was saying that there are reports that there are certain places where like the Galamseyers themselves say when they like go and do the Galamsey and they put their feet in the water, after like 1 week, their nails like starts to die.
Start chipping off.
Yeah. Their nails start to die.
It's
just today,
crazy.
like literally just today.
See, people don't understand the gravity
So wait,
of it.
who is behind the illegal mining?
You see, that is
Ask Captain Smart. He was saying it today.
There's a list. If you go, if you get a chance, just go to Fourth Estate on Twitter. They have articles. Fourth.
Oh, okay.
Like FOURTH.
Yeah, estates.
So wait,
They have their name.
Allegedly.
Is it to fill their pockets or it's for the nation's
Is it
benefit?
like,
I don't understand.
No, but wait. The list, it has the list of the people who are doing the illegal mining.
Yeah, like people that are involved in it. Like
and this list is public knowledge.
Where are they affiliated to?
Where are they affiliated?
I don't think we should mention that. You should check for yourself.
So wait, the list is public knowledge.
Yes, it's there on their Twitter account.
It's there. But
Are they politically affiliated? No,
Yes.
Most of them are.
Most of them are. So these are our.
most of them, like 90% or 99%.
So these are our politicians that are doing this to us.
And you know the crazy part, if it gets to a point where we can't drink their water, right? If it gets to a point where we can't drink water, a politician will set up a water company and sell water to us and we'll buy it.
Yes. That's the point. That is where it's gonna get to.
Yeah.
So
that's where we are
Do they care about us at all?
Well, but do you think they care? So when do they care?
That's where we are right now. That's where we are right now.
How inhuman can you be to act like that?
I'm here, Bonsam.
Because even illegal mining, we are losing money. I think the UK, I think one of the UK staff and people, they say we are losing money to illegal mining. So even
they smuggle it out.
Like,
and they
it doesn't benefit anybody. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't benefit
so
anybody at all.
lose situation.
I heard they said they arrested the Chinese and then the Ghanaians.
And the Chinese
and then for
died,
some reason the
and they
Chinese
cremated the
died,
body.
they cremated. When
But
did
the
they start
Ghanaians
cremating
didn't
people
die.
in this country?
The Ghanaians didn't die, the Ghanaians and the Chinese that they arrested.
Sometimes they'll catch them and they'll tell them that they can't speak. They don't have an interpreter, so they let them go.
How?
That Aisha lady, what was she arrested for?
There's no illegal mining.
And she too, they took her to court once, BP, and she vanished from the system.
Because even the Chinese ambassador said, if you catch them, if you see them doing the illegal, catch them. Someone who is not in this country is telling our government to catch them.
Because
And you
can
that
they do
are
it
in
in
the
their
country are
country?
defending them.
Can they do it in their country? Do you think the
No.
Chinese president will stand there and let some...
So you say by
Raggedy ass.
2030, we
That's what
won't
they are
have
saying.
any clean water.
Bernard, please confirm. Bernard Avle, please confirm for us.
2030. And
Is it by 2030?
as at 2021, we had lost like 60% of our water bodies. And to be honest, it's not going to... We are not going
3
to
years
use,
ago.
Yeah.
It hasn't gotten better.
We are not even going to use 5 years to reclaim this water body.
So if, let's say, hypothetically speaking, let's say NDC comes into power, yeah? Do you think that NDC is going to combat or
If they don't, we'll be on the street.
We'll be on the streets again.
We'll
We
be on the
can't
street.
even we can't even think for them.
If whoever comes, if you are
Whoever
not...
comes, we'll go on the streets.
Because right now, it gets to a
where
point
would
where
they even
you...
start from?
Charlie.
Where would they even start
Do you know
from?
the sad part? I feel like when the
the
party
funny-
is in power and then they have the 4 years to do whatever they do, the next party that comes also have their 4 years, and you can't change things in 4 years.
Charlie.
You can't change.
You can't change anything in 4 years.
You can't change anything in 4 years.
But then we can see the progress and we will know.
The question you ask right now, you know the sad thing. You say, like, what can they even do? Where would they start from? Their loan repayment, when does it start? 2 years. 2 years into the distance. So, yeah, 2 years into Mohammed's term.
If he,
You have to start paying back.
2 years, how?
Yeah.
Hey, God, I
I
beg.
think it's a domestic debt exchange or something.
And if he doesn't start
That's
paying
2
back,
years.
what will happen?
The economy is going to tank again.
After the tank that is already tanking.
Buy your car.
We are in a crazy cycle, right? Because
It's insane. Like the
I
country,
feel
people don't
situation.
understand.
people don't read
People
more.
don't get it.
People don't read more.
So they are
Then
joking.
they'll be shocked.
It's scary, oh.
It's fucking scary.
Before I forget, right? If you get a chance, go on Twitter and search, or go on Google and search Scandal Index, right? Scandal Index. It's a website where all the scandals that have been happening, the money that we are losing in this country, all the scandals, there's a website there. It has over 40 pages. And all the 40 pages, there are like 5 or 6 stories on there.
Hey!
You've seen it, eh? People should read. Because me, if I come on Twitter, I don't even come and tell people that
$15 million was spent on feeding athletes. And I don't even know
Which athletes?
original
Oh,
games.
original games.
They used a
50 million.
stadium, right? A stadium that was 70% about to be completed, right? It was like 70% completed. They used close to 200 million to fix it.
In a Benabel
And right now, Ghana can't play national games in Ghana.
Yeah.
Because our pitches are not good. Our stadium.
But wasn't money given to them to fix the pitch?
So see, we are in a loophole, and if we do not speak, it will be too late.
We are
Me, I'll run
joking.
away.
I'm kidding.
Me,
Like,
if
I'm not
I
even
if I
kidding.
try
Like, we are
away, no,
joking.
they far. I go run away. Me personally, at time I'm on me the CSA. Me share and share me call because there is no hope. You work so hard and you make little money, and the little money
Yes.
you make, they are taking it.
You take them by
And every time you save, you can wake up in the morning and then it's down because of the dollar rate. Like your $300 today in CDs is not going to be the same tomorrow, and it keeps going.
We are in a crazy cycle.
Oforiatta approved $34.9 million payment to Akufo-Addo's daughter's company for ambulance spare parts.
And you see, what I like about
And
this
you see that
website, right?
painting, that mural painting.
I heard the money they spent
What
on
I
that
like about this
nonsense.
website is it has all the links to the articles on there. So if you go there, Joy will get the article there, City will get. Just go and read it. Just be informed. And once you start, you can't finish.
Ghana's president is my close friend,
it's
lawyer, gold trader who smuggles $40 million from Ghana monthly.
And then you click
40
on it.
million monthly.
And then click on it.
I mean,
And then you
me,
see
if I
the
get 10,000
links on there.
monthly.
Go down there. You see the links on there. And these are articles and these are
You
things
guys
people
go
don't talk
on
about.
scandalsindex.org.
These are things people
See
don't talk
for
about.
yourself. Scandalindex.org.
Is that scandals?
Scandals. 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 Those who can't spell. SCANDALS. Index. INDEX.org. You will see all the. It's over 30 pages of scandals. And there's links.
Government spent 68.5 million Ghana cedis to photocopy passcode for WASI candidates.
Sorry. So I
So
just-
saucy.
My heart is beating very fast. What does that mean?
Please, can we end this?
Get a heart attack.
I want to cry.
So,
I just got a text that my people have been remanded again.
Oh,
Again? To
Yeah.
when?
Shall I don't know. I have to touch base with the team that went to court.
so they'll be
today.
prosecuted.
No, they have been remanded. After the prosecution there, they will be prosecuted.
Wait, so if let's say that it doesn't go in their favor, they'll go to jail and go and stay
Hey.
for how long?
I'll be very surprised if it doesn't go in their favor.
But what if it
That's a-
doesn't?
But
that's
what
a
if it
real
doesn't?
possibility.
What if it doesn't?
That's a real possibility.
It's a real possibility.
Yeah,
And how
they are
many?
misdemeanors. So the maximum sentence I think is 3 years, but
Hey!
maximum is 3
Alright,
years.
Mississippi.
But misdemeanors,
Oh my God.
jail sentence, will come on like that. To be very honest.
But what if they do?
Point is,
Just make a point.
yeah, they can do that.
can do that.
Yeah, they can do that.
Please,
but point
we beg
is,
you.
let's not get alarmed. So I was talking to my friend's father today, and he gave me a name and a handle. He said that there's a man who is the resident coordinator, UN resident coordinator for Ghana, and that when he talks, everybody listens. His name is. One second, let me find it.
When he talks, everybody listens.
Charles Abani. Charles, his handle on Twitter is CharlesAbani. Mr. Abani, I'm sorry, I'm about to inconvenience you, but these are dark times. These are extraordinary times. Everybody go at Mr. Abani with the Galamsey issue that is going on. At him with the arrest of the protesters. He's a person of great influence with the UN in Ghana. They don't typically talk about politics, but when he talks, it carries some weight. And at this point, we are doing BBC, we are doing Larry Madu of CNN, we are doing Reuters, we are doing all of those places. The UN has about 52 agencies in this country. I beg you. At all the UN agencies, look, the international pressure has to come because legally, they are going to try and squeeze these people for... And keep in mind, everything that we have said about Galamsey is what they were protesting. These were not people who were going to protest about... They were protesting about something... It's not a niche issue. They were protesting about something that affects all of us. And if you are alarmed by the reports of the water, our water bodies dying, cyanide, mercury, deformed babies, kidneys, it's not a far away thing because the food is coming here. The fish is coming here. You understand?
So
I
it can
beg
happen
you.
to us
It can
here.
happen to us. I'm pretty sure it's already happening to us, but we don't even know.
We don't hear about
and we don't have the healthcare infrastructure for this.
Charlie.
So whatever we can do to bring that international pressure to bear, we need to do. I beg you guys.
Charles Abani, okay, don't forget, guys.
I think we're all on our phone, on the web, on the sites.
Scandals index.
Scandals index.
And the man seems to have a mind of his own because his bio says, "Tweets are mine." So he wants you to make sure that everything he says is his.
him.
Yeah. So let's try our best to like at him and everything, so that we need all the help we can get at this point.
Charlie, make
Honestly.
everybody go kneel down, bro. Make everybody go kneel down for the man he mentions inside his bed. Because at this point, our people won't listen to us. So it has to come from, now it's order from above.
Guys, it has been such an interesting and
very informative.
insightful and very informative conversation with our guest today. And the conversation has even made me sad because it's very disheartening, and then it's sad to know that things like this are happening in the country, and then most of us were not informed of the things going on. But thank you guys for coming, because you have really opened our eyes and our ears and our hearts to a lot of things that are happening. And we hope you are not just listening and just watching and just commenting, and you're actually doing your own research to understand how things are playing out in Ghana right now, because it's very scary. And then I don't know what the future holds, but it doesn't look like it's beautiful, or it doesn't look good.
So we come together,
brown.
it will look bright, but let's try our best. Like, let's put all the politics aside. After we are done with this galamsey thing, at least that's one thing that we'll come to other things later. Then you can do your politics thing. But for now, let's just all fight, because this is the betterment for everybody, not just one person. And Prince and Kalyjay, we really appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to come here and educate us.
So I beg you guys, another thing, we need volunteers, people on the ground we need boots on the ground for people to go like transport supplies to the various prisons. Like I know if you go, me personally, I know if you go in Sawam every day. So if one person go today, take Chogo, tomorrow next, somebody else to go take Chogo.
How can they contact? Like,
so you just add me on Twitter, I'll put you in contact with
Prince Ganaku.
Yeah, Prince Ganaku.
Water, I wouldn't say water. Water is life.
Yeah.
You got what I'm saying? And it's a basic need that we need as human beings. And there's a fight against, a fight for us to have clean water. So, Charlie, this thing is, and yeah, I die for more. Like, it's not small, it's a very serious thing. If you don't take care, in the next, 4 or 5 years, we're going to be importing water, if it's not already happening lightly now. So I think this fight is a really serious fight, and it's not a fight for individuals, or it's a fight for all of us. So you guys should really take this serious and help us fight against galamsey. We're not fighting against NDC or NPPO. We're fighting against galamsey. Please, like, it's very serious. And we really thank you guys, like I said, for tuning in to Rants, Bants, and Confessions. We hope to see you guys again next week if something hasn't happened to us.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.